helps you work more efficiently, which makes accomplishing your work goals easier.
With moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, your plans can change at any time. Your head wants to do one thing, but your gut says, not today. GI-focused Entyvio is made for this. Entyvio acts specifically in the GI tract to prevent an excess.
Baby, it's whatever. All this ever, but you long gone, it don't matter. Ride or die, that's been the deal. The light of your back, I disappear. But if it don't fit it for me, I'm out of it, I'm out of it. I lick my cup and then I'm done. I'm out of it, I'm out of it. No man to tell me you're no good. I'm brushing away, do you? The weight of you of my shoulders. Done with my cigarette. And when all the smoke is clear, I'm brushing away, do you? The weight of you, the weight of you. Don't need a no man.
Alright, let's get to it. Whew. Alright, let's rock and roll. I feel like the music's a little too loud. get this turned down a little bit. There we go. It's always a one after. That's all you gotta do. Oh shoot. Honestly, the Raiders have looked really good so far. I know I've been like half paying attention because I was trying to set this all up, but the Raiders have actually looked really, really good so far. I don't know though. I don't love the idea of just completely going balls to the wall crazy about like what a team looks like in their first drive of the first week of the football season. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if this was like week 8 and they've been doing this all year long, for sure. But this is literally the first drive, Monday Night Football, high emotions, high energy, high viscosity. There's no reason to believe that this is exactly how the Raiders are going to look for the rest of the entirety of the season. So I don't want to buy too deep into the first drive here, but we'll definitely see for sure. Let me get this real quick set up even better. I'm watching this on ESPN Plus too, which is a little funky, but I don't hate it. They're just like they're doing things differently because it's on ESPN Plus. It's like ESPN 2 is showing the game as well. ESPN 2 is the one with Manning and with the Mannings, I should say. I think ESPN is showing it too. It's like the regular broadcast, which is super duper weird. And I try to use any excuse I can to not watch ESPN. Like the NBA Finals were on ESPN, and that was the worst. I want the TNT crew to run the NBA Finals so badly, because ESPN is just such a poorly ran organization, top to bottom. And I think that there's a lot of talented people that work at ESPN. And I think that ESPN, based on their name and because they can throw a lot of money at people, they're still able to get those talented people for now. But you can just tell the talent's just not nearly as good as it used to be at ESPN. And it's really unfortunate. As who was number 71 for the Raiders? Because he's hurt. So if you're a Raiders fan and you know who number 71 is, I'm going to look this guy up. They're showing Josh Jacobs right now for absolutely no reason. I mean, Josh Jacobs is an amazing running back. Right, and that's kind of what's been interesting. Like, the Raiders have a guy you would consider to be a halfway decent quarterback and arguably a top 10 running back in the league, but they've never been a playoff team under John Gruden. Right, so it's just kind of like this weird anomaly of a team where it's like, is it the defense? Is it the coaching? Like, what's the problem really with the Raiders? You know what I mean? Like, what's really their issue? I don't know. Number 71 Raiders. Oh, he's going deep. He's going end zone. Not even close. Not even close. Good job. Denzel Good. No, that makes sense. Denzel Good's the offensive guard. He's hurt for the Las Vegas Raiders. This was a good move, but actually not really. This is really good coverage. I don't know. Was this like a pass interference throw? Is that what this was? Like, maybe if I throw it to the receiver, the corner might accidentally touch the receiver too much and I'll get a pass interference penalty? Because it looked like the least catchable ball I've seen all weekend long. I like Derek Carr's helmet. People don't talk about like how cool NFL helmets look. Like any. Oh my gosh, he just dropped it. He just dropped it. Was that a design play to Josh Jacobs? Does Josh Jacobs have good hands? He just dropped it. It was a beautiful route. It was a really good throw. I think what happens, the slot receiver going for it threw Josh Jacobs off. I think that's what happened. I keep calling him Josh Jacobs. It's just like, there's so many crazy names in sports. To have a name like Josh Jacobs and just to get to say that all the time, it's 3rd and 20 now. It's 3rd and 20. They haven't even, I don't know. This is, oh, it's a fumble. Oh my God. I figured it out. I figured out why the Raiders haven't made the playoffs since John Gruden's taken. This drive was going so well. They had like 3 or 4 plays that were first downs in a row. And then they had a hold, and then they had an overthrown ball. They had a dropped pass on an out route, and then they had a weird, poorly timed snap that led to a fumble recovery by Derek Carr 8 yards back of the first down. And now it is 4th and... I'm curious to see what the actual yardage is. I believe it's 4th and 28, but don't quote me on that. And they have to punt now because of that. Like, they could have maybe... 4th and 32. They could have maybe tried to get a field goal if they didn't lose 12 yards on that bobbled snap. But instead, they had to punt it. That looked terrible. They were doing so well to all of a sudden do so poorly there at the end. Now you have the Ravens taking the field for the first time in the 2021 season. I think the Ravens should be considered a Super Bowl contender. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I think that the issue that I think a lot of people have when it comes to the Ravens is Lamar Jackson. And at some point, you're just going to have to lock in your opinion and say, do I think Lamar Jackson can win a Super Bowl with the Ravens, or do I not? Right? Because if you do think Lamar Jackson can win a Super Bowl with the Ravens, then just stick to that. If you don't, then just stick to that. Because I think a lot of times people go like, well, he looked great there. Oh, he looked great here. Oh, he looked great there. But I still don't know. I still don't know. I still don't know. At the end of the day, like, he is or he isn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's very... There are a lot of gray areas in sports. Whether or not someone has won a Super Bowl is not. And I know it's a team sport and team, but there are worse teams than the Ravens who have won the Super Bowl because of their quarterback play. And at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson has had issues in the postseason, right? So I'm curious to see if he can ever really win a Super Bowl with the Ravens, but I don't know. You got to keep in mind too, they got to play the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is in year 4 of his 10-year contract, or 20, 10 or 20. Like, they're gonna be there for a while. They're gonna be doing that for a while. So I don't know. I think that the Ravens should be considered. I think it goes, especially after yesterday. But a Chiefs, Bucks, maybe the Browns, probably the Browns. It's hard to put the Bills above the Steelers because the Steelers just beat them. But the Bills, maybe Seattle or the Rams. But I think the Ravens are better than both Seattle and the Rams. The Ravens might be better than Buffalo. They're really solid defensively. They got better at receiver. They got better at tight end. And they're super dynamic at quarterback. The question is will they be able to do it? I don't know. Like, I genuinely would like to see it, and they just maybe missed the first down play. God, I don't understand. Like, I mean, okay, ESPN Plus isn't the most expensive streaming service out there, but for like $5.99 or $4.99 or whatever it is, you'd think I wouldn't miss the first down play. Like, you would think that I would be able to watch that. That's okay. This is in. That kid is going crazy. This is in Vegas. Why are Raiders? Why is that what Raiders fans own? That they're just crazy. That they are just absolutely crazy. It doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, he's running it. Oh, he's got the edge. He's got the edge. He's gonna run it out. Ooh, he's got to be careful about that push. He's got to be careful about pushing quarterbacks like that. NFL doesn't like when you push quarterbacks like that. But if they get on a run, you gotta. That's like a thing. Like, if a quarterback decides he wants to run the football, then like he should be treated like a running back. Like a lot of times we see like if a quarterback takes a big hit, it's more likely to get penalized than if a running back takes a big hit. It could be the exact same hit at the exact same spot in the exact same way by the exact same person, but because it was a running back and that's what he's supposed to do, it's different. Like if a quarterback decides to run it, like if he's in the pocket being defensive, I get it, but like if a quarterback decides to run it, that's on him. Yeah, that's a dump off. 1 yard gain, 2 yard gain on that. I think that was was that a designed dump off? I never understood those, because that looked like his first read. Just to get it to their guy, I guess. I didn't like that play at all. I mean, I guess it's first down, so you have a little more flexibility to see what you can exactly do with it, but I don't know. As I said, in the gun, 4 wide receivers set, 5. So Lamar's an empty. It was a tight end there, that's why. He steps it up. This is like the Madden 4 verticals play, where you do the empty set and you just run it with the quarterback. I just don't think Lamar didn't look like he knew what he was doing. Like he didn't look like he knew what he was doing, like before he stepped back. Like he stepped up in the pocket to run and he kind of got cut off a little bit. And he just looked like he was just doing too much. Like, just take what you can get. Like especially in the NFL, but in any football league in general, you need to just like take what you can get. And that was he was trying to just make more than what he could have gotten. I mean, it's 3rd and 6. It's definitely possible. They got it too. This is a quick comeback route, quick curl route. They're called curl routes, right? I mean, they used to be curl. When I played, they were curl routes. To Watkins. Oh, okay. I forgot they got Watkins. That's right. I forgot they got Watkins on their team. Yeah. I'd like to see him use more of him, actually. I don't like the curl route. I guess like curl routes are okay to get receivers, a chance to really showcase what they can do. Because if they hit the curl route fast enough, if the quarterback's able to get them there, then they're good. They're in a good spot. Yeah, offsides. Offsides for sure. People are already having frustrations with the Manning podcast, with the Manning version of this. Yeah. It's just kind of funny to watch. That's all good. 2nd and 15 now after the penalty. This is like half commentary, half just me talking about what I'm watching. Which I know commentary is just me talking about what I'm watching, but like some of it's like official commentary, like just a toss? Just a straight up toss play? What is this? What was that? What was a toss play out of the gun? It looked weird to watch. This is going to be interesting. If this is how these two offenses are going to look, this is not going to be a fun game to watch. Like, if both offenses are gonna look clunky and slow and like they don't know what they're doing, is that the offensive coordinator? They're showing the offensive coordinator right now. You're bad at your job, bro. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a touchdown or even like a 10-yard gain from a toss play out of the gun. 5 wide again. He got sacked. Nope. Wait. Yep. Oh, yeah. Bro, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was about to say. I thought they no. Yeah, his elbow hit the ground. So if your elbows hit the ground, then you're technically down. I believe is the ruling. And his bottom hit the ground. Like, and he was tackled. So the Raiders defense actually looked pretty good on this drive. I will say they were pressuring Jackson the entire time. Almost hit the punter there. Deep punt. He's taking it. He took it. Ooh, good cut. Ooh, no, it was not. He almost had his head taken off though, so that was good that he got tackled the way he did. Derek Carr headed back to the field. The one, the only, the good brother, Derek Carr. Insane to me. Absolutely insane. They're doing the. I guess I could just. No, I don't have to talk, right? If there's no viewers, isn't that a rule? Yes. Let me see if I can see it. Can I check it on my phone? I know. I love excellence. There's a dislike. It says live reaction.
Sounds like a really good point. Who made that?
It's right there, this one. Why can I not see how many people are watching? Is it only because like nobody's watching it? There it is. Bet. Raiders are back on the field. Derek Carr's under center. The throw. It's going depict. He dropped it. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. You really do. When it hits not one, but both hands, and you just can't hang on. It's so unfortunate. Hmm. Third and 10. I swear, the Raiders just do not know how to move the ball properly. Tap, tipped, picked. That was picked. That one was close. That's going to be reviewable. That's definitely reviewable. I think all turnovers are automatically reviewed, right? That's got to be reviewable. I think the call on the play that was interception, which wasn't 100% Derek Carr's fault. There was absolutely no solid protection and it got tipped. Let me see. Yeah, it got tipped really bad, actually. Oh, that hit the ground for sure. For sure that hit the ground. Is the ground right? Yeah, completely missed him. Absolutely not. And no way, shape, or form is that an interception. Absolutely not. No, sirree, Bob. No, 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 no. No. No, no, no. That's all good, man. He's trying his best, and that's really all that matters. So the Raiders are punting after literally not gaining a single yard this entire drive. Good. The punters have done an excellent job so far, though. Like that was like a 60-yard punt. I guess it's not. The net isn't that. It's on the 34. Hopefully, we get to see one of these offenses start figuring it out. Because right now, it has been kind of hard to watch. It has been kind of hard to watch because neither. Hey, listen, and this is what. This is kind of just like what ESPN does. This is just kind of like, oh, not ESPN. This is kind of like what good defensive games happen. Like I'm watching ESPN 2 in this mega cast thing. Like I don't understand why we need to know. I don't even know what they're talking about. I guess it's not on me. I don't really know what they're talking about, but they're talking about like the first scoring play and the odds on that right now. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Honestly, the Raiders so far have looked really bad. And so have the Ravens offensively. Defensively, they both looked solid. So that's interesting. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. At least there's less commercials with this. I will say that. I would rather watch the three of these men sit at the coffee shop at Tim Hortons and talk about the live odds instead of have these guys talking or have like a progressive commercial or have like a get a vaccine commercial. Like it's just, I guess it's better that I'm just listening to ESPN talk about absolutely nothing of relevance instead of a commercial. Even though some commercials are actually very entertaining, like Bud Light always has good commercials. Doritos always had good commercials. I love M&M commercials. I kind of miss commercials honestly right now. I keep listening to ESPN talk. Yeah, so if you're also watching this on ESPN Plus, good luck, and I apologize. But and I don't know how ESPN and ESPN2 are doing, but 4 wide receiver set. Lamar Jackson, they got quick screen out to who is number 5? I don't know any of the receivers for the Ravens. I apologize. Is that my fault? Like I know their names, like I just don't know them by number. I know some of their names. I don't know all their names. There's a lot of receivers in the NFL. I'm not just gonna know every single receiver name. Like It's a quick slant. I don't know why they're just refusing. Maybe they're trying to get Lamar Jackson going, but the Ravens are refusing to throw it any further than 5 yards with Lamar Jackson. And every time they look like it's a designed play to throw 5 yards, Lamar Jackson just poorly scrambles and gets 4 yards. I don't know. Trips to the left. It's probably a read option. That'd be a good time to call. Yep. Oh, read option pass. Just dump it off. You're just going to dump it off anyway. Yeah. That was actually a good dump off, though. That wasn't like a play designed just to dump it off. That was actually like, he's not open, dump it off. Like, it was just good coverage. No one got the running back coming out. I think the linebacker was focused on Lamar. That's why. Yeah, the linebacker's like, I mean, he's dropped in his zone. But if the linebacker's definitely looking like he's more worried about Lamar than Williams coming out the backfield. This pistol? This is pistol. It's probably a read option to the right then. No, it's just a handoff. A weird looking hand. Why did he hand it off that way? Like, I understand he probably hands it off that way a lot, but like, why? Why hand it off like with your palm out like this when you just simply don't have to? You know what I mean? Like why not just like turn and hand it to the, like, I guess I've never really thought about why the handoff looks the way that it does. I guess I've always just assumed that that was the fastest, because that way, because if you hand it off running towards the running back, you can go faster than if you're just walking backwards. I think that's why. I don't actually know. Someone's got to look that up, why the handoff is the way that it is. It's the triple option. Just dump it off. Oh, this, oh gosh. I don't think he's thrown it more than 2 yards. I don't think Lamar Jackson has thrown it more than 2 yards. Like, to the people who say Lamar Jackson is not a good passer, they're kind of getting proof so far. But that's okay. That's okay. Like, there's nothing. It's the first quarter of the first game of the season. You don't want to put too much weight on it, but yeah, it's been kind of hard. I mean, I will say this: he's looked better passing the ball than Derek Carr has. Hey, there we go. That was more than 5 yards. It was 6 yards, but it was a 3rd and 7. So now they got to punt it. I think they go for it. Let's see it. I was about the Lions in the Lions game. The Lions went for it 5 times on 4th down. That's what I like to see. Oh, the punt unit's coming on, bro. You can't punt it on 4th and 1. No, Lamar Jackson stayed on. Someone else just came up. It was just like another set that they're running. Read option, right? It's read option or quarterback draw. No way they throw the ball here. No, it's just a handoff. Oh, and he's got a seam. Oh, and he's got a. Oh, he's going in. And he did. Oh, and he get tripped up. Touchdown Ravens. Touchdown Ravens. On a 4th and 1. Like, watching this game, I two things. Watching this game, I can tell, one, why people don't think Lamar Jackson, because I haven't really watched a lot of Lamar Jackson, like, other than him in the playoffs. Like a random Monday Night Football game like this, I haven't watched. I can tell, like, why people don't think he's that good of a passer, and why the Raiders haven't made the playoffs in the John Gruden era. Like, that was a 4th and 1. That was a typical run on a 4th and 1, and the running back wasn't touched until the safety clipped his ankle 10 yards from the goal line. 7-0. It's kind of disappointing. Let me make me a little smaller so we can see the whole thing. This L. Okay. We're going wild. That's the way I like it. There we go. There we go. Now we can totally see that. You can almost see the passing yard. It might be better if I'm like up here, but this is where streamers go, is down here. Let me do something too real quick. Shout out to this ad. Okay. So they're making me interested in this betting thing too, because this is exactly what ESPN wanted, but I'm super interested now to see what the odds were. Because that was probably a pretty solid payout if you had Williams scoring the first touchdown of the game. They had just showed them too. They just showed the live odds, and I was making fun of them. But now I'm curious. I'm very curious to see.
Science is our everything. From the PBS series
It sucks that this is a YouTube playlist. I guess I could try to go to Spotify, but there's gonna be ads on Spotify too. Like, cause if this wasn't a YouTube playlist, there wouldn't be random commercials. But that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, so far the Ravens have honestly looked really good defensively, but I think that has more to do with the Raiders not being very good offensively. And then the Raiders have actually looked solid, other than the touchdown play. They look solid in the front seven, other than the touchdown play. Because the touchdown play, there was just a gigantic hole that led to a relatively easy touchdown on a 4th and 1. Like, it's different when it's like first and like 15 or like first and 10, like first down, second. Like when you're just not, you're not sure if it's gonna be a run or a pass. Like everybody and their grandmother knew they're going to run the football here, and it's either going to be a handoff or it's going to be a read option. So the running back is going to be involved in the play. So we need to have someone try to tackle the running back, and it just didn't happen. So, like I said, you could kind of tell why the Raiders have been. Like, this is not a good outing for the Raiders. Like, the Ravens are not a bad team, though. Right? The Ravens are not a bad team. It's just the fact that the Raiders have looked really bad. It's not just that the Ravens are that much better than the Raiders, because they're not. Like, the Raiders look substantially worse than the Ravens. And they're only worse than the Ravens. Does that make sense? Like, there's a difference between like that's why I was excited about the Lions game, for example. Like, the Niners are substantially better than the Lions, right? But the Lions almost won the game. Well, they almost forced overtime. They didn't almost win it, but they almost forced overtime. It was a close game, so I was excited. But anyway, Derek Carr's under center, single back, Josh Jacobs. Yo, I just love the name, Josh Jacobs. He was also my fantasy running back too for 2 years. Not this year, unfortunately. I have better running backs. That's why. Christian McCaffrey, Aaron Jones. But it's running off the side. Oh, it's a good run. There we go. See, this is what they need to do. This is what the Raiders have been absolutely way too reliant on Derek Carr, who I think has 1 completion. He may have 2 completions. I guess I can tell. He's 2 completions. Yeah. The screen says it there. Yeah. Shout out to him. It's 2 for 8. 2 for 5. Like, absolutely not. You literally just got 12 yards running the ball with Josh Jacobs. Like, just run the ball with Josh Jacobs until they stop you from running the ball with Josh Jacobs. Which they did just now. That's unfortunate. Yeah, the Raiders are really solid defensively. Like, if you saw what they did to Derrick Henry last year in the playoffs, like, this is still a relatively similar team to that. So the Raiders are the Ravens, I know. So Ravens and the Raiders, I'm probably be doing that all night. But the Ravens are kind of really good defense. They're like sneaky good. Like, there's a lot of teams in the NFL who are decent defensively. The Ravens are like sneaky decent. I just don't know why they insist on throwing the football. A lot of people said Derek Carr is not the reason the Raiders have been so bad since John Gruden took over. But he overthrew this. He overthrew this and he threw it too hard. Like, I know you have to throw it like at a certain amount of velocity in the NFL, and I respect that. But he just threw it a little too hard. A little more touch, a little bit lower. Listen, I'm not saying I could do it either. I'm just saying, like, that's a completed pass. Like, you got to tap square instead of hold square. Does that make sense? It's a Madden reference. They came with the blitz. Got it out. Almost picked again. And that's it. That's it. 4th and 10. Is this kind of... It's kind of gross to watch this. Like, that was just good coverage. That wasn't on Derek Carr. Might have been pass interference. He could have picked it. He wasn't paying attention at all. Because I believe he swatted it, and it hit the Raiders player's back. And like sat on his back and then his leg. Oh my gosh. The punters have been on fire. The punters have done. 1 second. I have to let Twitter know I have to let the world know this on Twitter as well as the stream. Like, honestly, the Raiders punting has been unequivocally the best thing about what they've been doing this game. The Ravens are back out. This is the last play of the first quarter. This is, I mean, it makes sense why the Ravens are throwing the ball the way they are, where they just keep dumping it off. Trying to get Lamar Jackson a little more comfortable, get to their big play receivers, big play running backs, and just like get like 2 or 3 yards, right? Because, 4 yards at a time is going to be, driving it all the way down the field. So that's the end of the first quarter. I'm going to reshare this video. Ravens up 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Let me get this right now. It's going to stop that, yeah. Get those things taken care of as we're in the first quarter here. Let me see anything. So many things about the VMAs. Why are so many things on my feed about the VMAs? Try to follow all sports things so that doesn't happen, but it still happens. So the Ravens got the ball. I think it's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 4. Okay, yeah, 6 yards on that first play. So now it's huge playbook right here. They have the option too. So they just hand the ball off to Williams. Stop in the backfield. That kind of erased their entire first down. It's like, yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. Like, there's not really much you can do. This is like the Raiders' defense has actually looked really solid, which John Gruden has always coached defenses to be very good. Like, John Gruden has coached some of the greatest defenses of all time, right? So it was always a surprise that the Raiders were not very good like defensively in the John Gruden era since he's taken over, and they've been really good tonight so far. But God, wait, was that a pick? No. He can't throw. Like, I don't understand. Like, Lamar, I don't understand why it's so hard for Lamar to make such simple throws. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he works on it enough. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. Like, you had a very simple, like, I think it was like an in route that he was running. You slightly lead the receiver. You slightly throw it behind. He catches it, first down. But instead, Lamar kind of botched the throw, and now it's 4th and 7. It was decent coverage. Oh, they're looking to block it, and they could not block it at all. Fair catch at the 36. And so the Raiders take it back over. Okay, so there's been like 5 or 6 drives now. I think this is the 6th drive. I think the Raiders would be odd, right, because they started. So this is the 7th drive, and there's been like 6 punts. There hasn't really been any. I mean, okay, so the Raiders' first drive, they looked really good. And then the last 3 plays of that drive, they looked terrible. And the Ravens obviously just scored. That might be enough. Like, the way this game is going, that 7 points might be enough. And Josh Jacobs with the ball. It's just absolute stuffed. God, and they stopped it. Man, that is a big man. That is a big guy.
Endless experience.
I was like, well, where is the music? We need music here, because it's certainly not going to be this commentary from ESPN that we want in the background. That is not the move.
Tap to find your experience.
I just don't understand what's going on. Alright, so they got a guy in motion. Carr's going back to throw. He's got plenty of time. Dumps it off to Jacobs. And ooh! That did not look fun. That was a huge hit. I love a good, huge legal hit. Like that, what I just saw. Like that. Goodness gracious. I think he was on. Oh, Jacobs fell at first. That's why he was so wide open. He fell coming through the line. My goodness gracious me. Carr in the shotgun. This is the exact same formation. Another botched. Oh my gosh. Is that a false start? Yeah, false start. Leatherwood. That was called on number 70 for the Raiders. His last name is Leatherwood, which is a wild name, by the way. But that is okay. I'm actually tweeting that as well, because that's amazing. Follow me on Twitter, for those watching. At capital THE, capital CONNOR, capital PENA, capital S, capital S. Leatherwood is quite the name. Carr to throw, sacked. Maybe he didn't fumble it. He looked like he was about to fumble it for sure. Is Colin talking shit about ESPN? Colin's always talking shit about ESPN. If anybody that sees Colin on Twitter talking, bro, someone. Oh, he muffed it. Oh, he fell on it. The Raiders were not ready for him to muff it. The Raiders were not ready for him to drop that. He just absolutely dropped. The reason he dropped it was because it was such a well punted ball. I swear, I don't know how much this punter's making, but it is not enough. He is the best Raider by far. He has yet to have a bad punt. He has yet, literally, I think he's punted it like 4 times now. I think it was the 4th time he's punted it. Every single punt's been amazing. If this punter does not make the Pro Bowl, I will actually be upset. And I'm tweeting that as well. He looks so deep in thought. Why is he so deep in thought? I swear if the music stopped again. Oh, it's an ad. It's an ad. It's kind of weird. It's one of those weird ads where the guy shows up as a senator. It's kind of weird. So the Ravens are taking the field again. Derek Carr has played horrendous. What is it now? 3 for 11. I don't know. I still think Derek Carr is a problem. I think that there's a lot of bad things with the Raiders. I think Derek Carr is not one of them. He's different. Okay, it's only the first half. It's not even really even the second quarter. But he's played terrible. He has played so poor. He has been outthrown by Lamar Jackson, who is also not throwing the ball very well. But Lamar Jackson has made smarter throws than Derek Carr, who has yet to make one. I think he has had one good throw. I think there was one 10-yard throw that he had. Every other good. His other 2 completions were to Josh Jacobs. Bro, if they don't stop this, I'm watching this on ESPN. The megacast between the lines. I kind of miss ads. Like this, I mean, the guy's not dressed. I like his watch. He's got a cool little suit. He's got the button up, the red button up without the tie. No one's wearing a tie. No one's wearing a tie here. I guess that's the theme. Don't wear a tie. But I mean, I guess I could be wearing a tie. I should put on a tie. Is what I'm trying to say. You know what? I'm gonna go put on a tie. Because these guys, one second, I should probably commentate the game. Lamar's the throw. What a great throw to number 5. Who is number 5 for the Ravens? Who's number 5 for the Ravens? It's a beautiful throw to number 5 for the Ravens. It's wide open across the middle. Let me see this again. Was this a blown coverage? This is probably a hole in the zone. Yep, the zone. Hole in the zone. He hit it right there. Wow. Best throw of the night. I'm going to go get a tie because no one on ESPN has a tie. So this is Sammy Watkins. Lamar scrambling, throwing it to Sammy Watkins, who turns on the afterburners, and he's able to get it all the way down. You can't even hear me. There's no way you can hear me, but I'm yelling, so I feel like maybe you can hear me. Sammy Watkins has actually played super well. I'm going to continue finishing the tie. This is really tight. Touchdown. Ah! It was a little overthrown, but it was hard to throw it any other way. That was just good coverage. This is for the people at ESPN who are all. Okay. The tie is for people at ESPN who are all on this little mega cast here. None of them are wearing ties. So I am wearing a tie. It's a it's a Muggsy Bogues tie. It's a Space Jam tie. I don't know what this is. There's Michael Jordan is on this tie. I believe this is Michael Jordan. Williams with the run. He had the touchdown already for them too. So I'm wearing a tie because no one on ESPN is wearing a tie. I'm also going to post this to Snapchat as well because this is something that everyone, the world needs to see this really. I am here live on YouTube right now and I am wearing a tie because on ESPN's Megacast, they are not wearing ties. And that is very unprofessional. Look at that. I'm telling you, face for video. Oh, they cannot sack up. Go, just run it, bro. Just run it. Don't throw it and make it. Touchdown. Touchdown. Beautiful play. Absolutely beautiful play. That was a beautiful broken play. Like, that's what Lamar Jackson brings to the table. Is like that ability. To just ad lib, go crazy. He throws better on the run than he does in the pocket. Which is kind of weird, but that's okay. Let me get this. I don't know what happened to him. I got the Ravens scored a touchdown. I'm letting everybody know I got a tie on. That's okay. Check out. At least there was an ad. Instead of these jackwagons. Who is number 5 for the Ravens? He's been targeted like 6 times. Is it Marquise Brown? I knew it was Marquise Brown. I should have guessed Marquise Brown. I'm upset at myself really about that one. So the Ravens up 14-0 with 8 minutes and 52 seconds left to go in the second quarter. The Raiders have looked absolutely abysmal for the entirety of the game with the exclusion of their punter. Who is the punter for the Ravens? Let me see this series get this. Who is the punter for the Ravens? Ah, dang it. I've been doing that all night. And I'm going to continue to do that because their names are too obnoxiously close to each other. I think there should be a rule that the Ravens and Raiders are not allowed to play each other. Like, the Ravens and Raiders, honestly, the Bengals and Bears are pretty close. That might be it. There's got to be it. I feel like there's, like, another set of teams whose names are very close to each other. Texans. Bills? Not really. It's really just the Ravens and Raiders. The Ravens and Raiders are not allowed to face each other because their names are too close. Hey Siri, who is the Raiders punter? AJ Cole. Nope, not okay. I went to Google search AJ Cole and they found J. Cole, which makes sense to be honest, but AJ Cole, the man, the myth. That is he is a baseball player. Okay. Is there a different? Okay, I gotta go to their depth chart. And I guess I'll just check in the next 4 plays when they're punting again to see what the punter's name is. Here we go. AJ Cole. Yeah, okay. There's just a more famous guy who's a pitcher. He's only 25. He went to college at NC State. He's doing amazing tonight. As long as 67. Punters are the only guys that Derek Carr's back to throw. Throws it off to the little side there. That was actually a good throw. Throws on an out route to number 45. Who's number 45? I haven't seen this guy the entire time. I don't know. I don't know. Back to the stats on the punt. The punter has 4 punts with an average of 53 yards and a long of 67 yards. He got 215 total yards. 1 inside the 20. The dude's a beast. It's undisputed. The dude is a beast. He's the undisputed best punter in the NFL. If he does not make the Pro Bowl, I will riot. I will not watch the Pro Bowl. Oh, wow. That's actually a good play. That was a good route. I don't know who number 23 is either for the Raiders. I really wish I knew who more of these players were. It'd probably make this commentating thing a lot better. But number 23, Cook. Did that say Cook? I don't know. I couldn't read the back of his jersey in enough time. But these are good. Those are 2 back-to-back out routes. Get Carr comfortable. Tried to get him in rhythm. That's 2 completions. He's had 3. He was 3 for 11 before those 2 plays. Now he's 5 for 11. He's starting to feel himself again. He's starting to get a little bit more comfortable. Now you can mix in the run because you have the threat of the pass. You can continue to dump it off like they just did. Yeah, now the Raiders are moving actually really well. I think the Ravens defense is opening up a little bit because they're up by 14. No huddle. I don't know about that. I don't know about the no huddle. I'm actually pretty confident they should not be in no huddle right now. They go no huddle. Jacobs comes back. They run 2 guys in motion. They had 2 guys move after a play. They had 3 guys move after a play in no huddle. They're on the neck. They're on another level. It was a screen. It was a wide receiver bubble to number 13. That's so cute. That's not the cutest thing ever. I just noticed. Shout out to Nick Heisel. I just literally just noticed that because the XSplit tells me how many people are watching and it said none, so that's why I wasn't even checking the chat. I'm telling you, like this, we are witnessing right now. AJ Cole's performance tonight is this. We're about to see him punt again because this 3rd and 1. I give the Raiders a 14% chance of completing this 3rd and 1, even though they have Josh Jacobs, who's arguably a top 10 runner in the entire NFL. He's not in right now, or unless he's in the slot. No, he's just not in. Who's number 23 for the rate? Like, I don't know. Please just don't run it with him. Okay, so they're gonna throw it. Derek Carr. Oh, he got it. Oh, it was a great throw, actually. To 83. He is Waller. Waller has been targeted a lot. Waller has been targeted a lot this game. So they did get that 3rd and 1, which is kind of disappointing because now they're in field goal range. He just dropped it. That might have been a bit excessive. You can't just hit receivers when they're trying to do that, but they didn't call anything. Ruggs the 3rd. I'm going to know some of these receivers when I'm done with this. Can feel it. Yeah, he just absolutely dropped it. That's not even on. There actually have been a lot of drop passes. In Derek Carr's defense, there's been like at least 3 or 4 drop passes. And like, he has 17 attempts. 18 attempts, 9 incompletions. Half of them are drop passes, right? So if they just caught the ball, he'd be like, maybe like 13 or 14 for 18. Waller with another catch. That's right, I'm learning these guys' names. It's scary. Let me know the names, see what happens. I'm just glad that at least Nate Heisel could see that what we're witnessing with AJ Cole's performance. Because listen, even if the Raiders score here, which I don't give them a big chance to, but even if the Raiders do score here, what we are watching, and this is something that no one else is talking about. I bet you go to any other live commentary, you go to Facebook, Twitter, you go anywhere else. The Mannings, maybe the Mannings might be because they understand football really well. The performance that AJ Cole is putting on right now, the stuff of legends. Raiders called a timeout. 3rd and 2. They're on like the 12. 11. They're on the 11. I feel like I'm just like guessing. And I should just say it confidently because every time I guess I'm right. So I should just say it confidently. But anyway, Josh Jacobs is back in. Derek Carr's in the gun. Trips to the left. Waller's on the left side. It seems to be his guy. That seems to be the guy that Derek Carr really likes.
But now you really need to focus. Turn your phone screen off, but keep your music on. Try YouTube.
Carr to throw. Jacobs is staying in. They are just bum rushing. That is a humongous play. You fell on top of him. Yeah, he's mad. He's mad. I would be mad too if I was him, but that's still pass interference. Because, like, the receiver clearly just kind of tripped over him, but then he fell over the receiver. Like, the receiver was falling over. Let's watch it again. Because he makes a cut. Oh, he grabbed him. And then he pushed him down. Why did he get upset at that? Why did he get upset at that? That was clearly pass interference. Did it change the rule? Like, how is that in any way, shape, or form not pass interference? They got trips to the right, brought a guy into the inside to block, and touchdown, Josh Jacobs. Bum 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 bum, doo 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 doo. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Should I sing? I'm gonna hum every single time there is a touchdown that is scored. Bum 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 doo doo doo. And we're back to these guys. That guy was literally yawning. What in the world? I am sitting on my couch at home wearing a tie and I'm not yawning. What is ESPN doing? I do want to say this on a side tangent. Mina Kimes looks very adequate. Looks very above adequate right now. I'm trying to think of something YouTube friendly to say about Mina Kimes. I think above adequate feels like the right thing to say. I'm just upset we didn't get to see a Raiders punt. I mean, I know we're going to have plenty of opportunities to see the Raiders punt this game, but honestly, what he's been able to do is just the stuff of legends. Half of these two of these people just took the sports coat off. Like they're just chilling. I don't know. No one's wearing any ties. I'm the only one between me and MegaCast. There is one person wearing a tie, and it's your boy. It's me. It's this guy. It's that dude. Me. This person. And like I said, it's just a lack of professionalism. So, getting back to the stream. The Raiders just made it a 7-point game. back on this. So, Ravens are up 14-7. So far, Lamar Jackson. Let's get this. 9 for 13, 111 yards, 1 touchdown. Derek Carr from 9 for 18, 92 yards. Josh Jacobs just ran it in for the go-ahead touchdown for the Las Vegas Raiders. And now Megacast is talking about what the lives odds are. Right now it's -7.5 in favor of and the thing is too, I do like betting on live odds sometimes in games like this, because that is a good thing to note that like when the Ravens were up 14-0, it was 12.5 odds. And then when they were now that they're up 14-7, it's 7.5 odds. But I will say this: I still think they'll cover that because the Raiders have looked kind of bad. Other than that last drive, maybe that drive is a sign of things to come, and they'll go back and forth. They showed a lot of heart and good resolve there by coming back with a touchdown of their own. You know, like that, because it could have gotten. Because if they punted there, it could have started to get ugly, right? Because there's 4 minutes left in the game. If they punted there, there's 6 minutes left. You give the ball back to the Ravens. The Ravens can have a situation where they run the clock out and get it to 17 with at the end of the half. Or they get it to 21 at the end of the half. Right? And so it's 17-0 or 21-0 going into halftime. But now the Ravens have the ball back with only 4 minutes left to go. They got to move a little bit faster tempo, and they're down by 7. Right, so that was actually a very, very good touchdown. That wasn't just like an averagely good touchdown. That was a very, very good touchdown. But nonetheless, Ravens take the field. They're in the pistol, strong left pistol. I don't know what formation that is, to be honest with you. There's a fullback to his left and the running back behind him, and there's 2 tight ends. They just sent one in motion. They're handing it off. I think it was a read option. I don't know. To Williams. Gain of a yard. 1 big old yard. Which is exciting. And okay, this is why we got music in the background. I'm gonna be honest. This is the way to watch ESPN games with the volume turned all the way down. Like that's honestly, it's the best way to watch it. I don't know any other way to watch ESPN games on ESPN. Lamar to throw, step back, quick pump fakes, throws it right to number 5. I gotta get Marquise Brown. I'm sorry, Marquise Brown. First down for Marquise Brown and the Baltimore Ravens. Moving ahead now, moving right along now. 3 minutes and 18 seconds. He got out of bounds though. Why is the clock running? Is there a play? Did he not get out of bounds? And I'm misremembering what happened? He ran out of bounds.
Discover new songs with YouTube Music.
I don't know. No one said anything. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Williams. Oh my goodness. Completely undercut. First down. Huge first down run. They're on the Ravens side of the Raiders. They're on the Raiders side of the 50. And that's all I got for you. That's all I got for you. It's not like anything crazy. They're not a big... They are a big play. They have a big... Lamar Jackson's a big play talent, but it's on the right play because he just doesn't have a big arm. He doesn't have a very accurate arm either, which is not a good mixture for a quarterback. It's more accurate than it is like big time, big throws. So pistol formation, super strong left, handoff to Williams. That's not Williams. That was a choice. What are they trying to do? Oh, they're trying to get down the 2-minute warning. I guess. Giving Williams a break too. 2-minute warning. Ravens on the Raiders 42. And yeah, they can put some points up on the board. The Raiders started off with the ball as well. So if they can get it to 21-7, open with a touchdown, all of a sudden, it's been like 20 minutes since the last time the Raiders had the ball, and they're down by 3 touchdowns instead of the last time when they had the ball, they were only down by a touchdown, right? But it's something important too. If the Raiders are able to get a stop here, stop out the gate, now they get the ball back after stopping the Ravens on back-to-back drives. So these next 2 drives are going to be super key for deciding the entirety of the game. And I think the biggest thing that the Raiders have to focus on right now is they cannot allow Lamar Jackson to get out. Right? Like they have to. I mean, obviously you have to make him beat him with your arm, but like right now more than ever, because of the last 2 minutes, a lot of times that's why we see like 2-minute drills. Teams look so great. It's because the defenses are usually like on their heels, and they know it's going to be fast paced. They know it's going to be hard. Bro, I swear if they show this crew in this game cast one more time, I'm going to lose it. They know that the 2-minute drill is happening, so they're on their heels, and they're not defending as well as they normally are, as sharp as they normally are. And so then the offense is able to take advantage of that, and that's why usually offenses look so efficient in the 2-minute drill. On top of that, it's usually just like a set plays instead of like a bunch of different plays that they're trying to run and establish. Like, no, we're running these 8 plays or 9 plays or whatever, right? So it's going to be a little bit easier for Lamar Jackson to find something random and turn it into a 40-yard touchdown run. So that's the biggest key, is just to maintain that, just to make sure that Lamar Jackson can't have a run like that. That's going to be the biggest thing of the entire game, but especially right now, because getting a stop right now is going to be crucial. Because even if the Ravens are only able to get a field goal right in their next 2 drives, the next time the Raiders touch the ball, it'll be 20-7. Right? And you know, you're able to get those, you know, small victories of stopping them, getting them to only settle for field goals, but it's still 20 to set, still a 2-score game, I think. Yeah, obviously. Could be 3. Is it 3 scores? No, it's 2 scores. Still a 2-score game. You're still coming from behind, and other than 1.5 drive, you haven't been that impressive offensively. So this is a huge drive. These next 2 minutes are going to be crucial, as they do a fake pass, fake handoff. He just got it out. That was actually pretty good. That was a decent little flip, but that's like all he does. And I'd like to see him just be more definitive. Like, he never, like, Lamar just like never seems like he knows if he wants to run, if he wants to throw. And he just kind of seems like he's constantly making things up on the fly. And it's just like, it's effective against the Raiders because the Raiders suck. But it could be why he struggles in the postseason, because the teams that he faces in the postseason don't suck. And now they just got stuffed on a 3rd down run. Now it's 4th and 1. He's hurt too. I think it's the tackle Phillips. Don't know. And on the 36 yard line. That's like 36, 17, 50. That's a 53-yard field goal. Because usually the holder is 7 yards back, 5 to 7 yards back from the line of scrimmage. And then obviously the end zone's another 10 yards. Because it's in the back of the end zone, not in the front. Wild. They should move the field goal back. They should move the field goal back to where it used to be. That's the change I think that the NFL needs the most, is to move the field goal back to where it used to be. Let's get this going. And there was an injury timeout. I think the Ravens were forced to just take a timeout. So the Ravens' win probability actually improves if they go for it, which seems a little backwards. But I don't make the rules. I don't know what you want. I don't make the rules on the gambling and different things like that. Why do they have purple Gatorade? Is it because they're the Ravens? Because like the Raiders have green Gatorade bottles. But like the Ravens have purple ones. do other teams, like, do they get to decide at the start of the year? Like, do you want your team's color to be the Gatorade bottles, or do you just want the generic green? Do they get to choose all the colors? Like, could the Ravens have chosen, like, red? And this guy's getting, like, carted off the field, and I'm making fun of the Gatorade bottles. But, like, this is a serious question. I've never thought... Like, because the Raiders have the green Gatorade bottles, which is the only Gatorade bottles I've ever seen. You know, the little green ones that you get from Dick's? That's what the Raiders have. But I saw maybe Lamar Jackson has an exclusive Gatorade bottle, and that's why it's purple. I saw him. I'm going to have to watch this. I'm gonna have to pay more attention to this. So he is 74. Phillips is being carted off after the injury sustained during the previous run play by the Baltimore Ravens, who faced a 4th and 1 on Las Vegas's 36. And if the Ravens are going to want to be able to go, I mean, their first touchdown was on a 4th and 1. So I don't put anything past anybody as to what they're capable of, and they are still on the field. That is another thing of note. So, fact of the matter is that they have the capabilities and they have the talent to get this first down, and they have the right place calling. And the thing is with Lamar Jackson, I feel like this is almost a gimme. But no such thing as a sure thing. As they are going to stay on the field, they are going to go for it. 4th and 1, I think 2 tight end set. Put a guy in motion to the left in the pistol formation, single running back behind him. Put another one to the left, and they ran the ball and he got stopped. Huge stop for the Raiders. Amazing, huge stop. That could completely change the entire complexity of the game. The fact that I just saw their Gatorade bottles. They're all purple. I swear the Ravens have purple Gatorade bottles. I swear I just saw them and they all have purple. I don't understand why the Ravens get... If you win a Super Bowl, do you get to pick a color of your Gatorade bottle? Is that what it is? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this was it was a missed assignment, really. Because the right guard doesn't block anyone. And he comes right through where the right guard is at. And the Raiders coming out in the gun. So the Raiders are like, here we go. We're going to score before the start of the half. This could be a huge swing in momentum. Or we might get an opportunity to see the greatest punter in the NFL again. So it's really a win-win for us. Derek Carr with a really... Oh, my God. It really was a good throw. I actually put this on Waller as well. He beat his guy. Oh, no, that's on Derek Carr. That is 100% on Derek Carr. He threw that a mile behind him. I'm trying to be nice to Derek Carr. He threw that a mile behind him. Like, if he just leads him slightly. Hold up. Ravens called a timeout. This is our opportunity to see what color Gatorade bottles do the Ravens have. Raiders have the typical green, Gatorade green. And they're showing the Raiders exclusively right now. Can we see the Ravens? Can we see their Gatorade bottles? And why are they purple? Okay, ESPN's like yelling for some reason. So we're going to have to turn that down even quieter. I really just don't even want to hear them. Like, I think there's copyright issues if you can hear what they're saying on ESPN. That's why you can't hear it or watch the video. But I just really don't even want to hear them. Even if there was no copyright issues. I just want to hear their voices. Or what they have to say and their stupid ESPN puns and I don't know. Raiders trips left to the right, running back to the right, Carr back to throw, steps up in the pocket slightly, pumps twice. He throws it across the middle, hits Waller. Nope, not Waller. Jones. Who's Jones? Nonetheless. I was looking, they're going to spike it. Clock is still running. 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46. My seconds are slow, apparently. I didn't realize. I think they're running a play. They're not going to spike it. Makes sense. I respect it. Nope. Should have just spiked it. That's okay. 39 seconds left on the clock. Ball on the Baltimore 49. I don't understand how you're going to tell your receiver to catch the ball when you throw it a mile behind him. Like, they can only do so much, Derek Carr. Like, I understand, like, you want your receivers to be... Did the music stop again? Oh, my goodness gracious. Ridiculous, YouTube. YouTube needs to fix that. They really like this trips left, running back to the right formation. They've been in it, like, every... He just threw a bomb to no one. That might be pass interference if it's, like, thrown to a receiver who pulled something. Ooh, is that he pulled his calf? Could be shin splints. Shin splints suck. You ever had shin splints? Shin splints are the worst. Shin splints are the worst thing that people don't take seriously in the entire sports world. No, it's a calf. Definitely. You might just be dehydrated. My calves get really, really on fire when they're when I'm dehydrated. Just get this guy one of those generic green Gatorade bottles. If you want, you can get the cool purple ones from the Ravens on the other side of the field. But get that. 13. They've distributed the ball relatively well. You have 2 timeouts left. Okay, thank you. I don't know why they would be rushing in that situation with under 30 seconds left to go and 2 timeouts left. I feel like every time someone catches a ball, I'm like, who is that guy? I know Waller. I know Marquise Brown and Sammy Watkins. I know Josh Jacobs. That's all I got for you. I know Derek Carr and Lamar Jackson, obviously. That was Renfro. Number 13. I'm just going to say numbers. I'm just going to say numbers unless he targets him 37 times like he has this tight end. I will say I don't think we're going to see a punt, and I'm very upset about it. But that's okay. So this is a 4-wide set. Running back still to his right, which is typical. Hits the out route. It was Renfro again. Is it Renfro or Renfro? What's this guy's name? Number 13. He looks cool. He looks like a cool guy. I swear, Derek Carr's got the coolest helmet I've ever seen. I swear, Derek Carr has such a cool helmet. We don't talk about... I was talking about this earlier in the first quarter. And this is a weird time to be talking about it with 22 seconds to go in the first half. But, like, the advancements in helmet technology that the NFL has had is actually quite impressive. Like, the helmets are so much better against concussions than they used to be. Like, I'm not even talking like Leatherheads. I'm talking like the 90s. Like, helmets used to suck. Helmets sucked when I was, like, young and Carr almost intercepted. Could have been intercepted. Third time he was almost picked off. When I started playing football when I was like 6 or 7 years old, helmets were the worst. I feel like now, helmets, like, you could, like, wear a helmet to, like, the mall. And no one would even bat an eyelash. Yeah, the Edwards, the Raiders receiver, possibly tight end, played really solid defense there on a very poorly thrown ball by Derek Carr. 3rd and 3 now. Ball on the 29-yard line of the Ravens for the Raiders. Shotgun to the trips to the right this time. He's gonna hit the cross. You should hit the crossing route. Oh, he's going end zone, and it's Waller again. He's looking for the flag. He ain't gonna. There is a flag. There is a flag. I don't think that was pass interference, but I am not a referee in this game, so my opinion does actually not matter as far as what penalties are concerned, because it doesn't have any impact whatsoever. However, I will say, if I was a referee in this game, and I did take a refereeing class in college, so I have actual legitimacy when I say this, personal foul, yeah, defense, yeah. Half the distance goal, automatic first down, 10 seconds to go. You probably try maybe 1 or 2 plays, ideally 1 quick one and another, like, normal one, and then kick the field goal if you don't get it. This is just unfortunate for the Ravens. I'm trying to see it, but ESPN's just showing stills, not the replay. Oh, he held him. Did he? That was honestly that was the worst angle ESPN. Okay, so you know how usually when you show a replay, they show like the wide shot or like the medium shot of 1 second, Carr back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He's running. He thinks he's Lamar Jackson, but he just got sacked. And they got to call a timeout with 3 seconds to go. That was the absolute worst possible play. That was absolutely the worst possible thing that could happen to the Raiders just now. But you know how when they usually show a replay, they usually show it like medium shot. Here's the guy committing the penalty. Here's who he's committing on, right? No. ESPN had it from behind Derek Carr. You were behind Derek Carr, and you could kind of see it in the right-hand corner of the screen. I just don't understand who's in charge at ESPN and why is he so bad at his job. Or she. Could be she. Girl could be bad at her job too. I don't know. According to Rachel Nichols, they suck with diversity, but I don't know about all that. We're not getting into that right now. Setting up for the field goal attempt. Kicker's trying to leave his mark in this game as well as the punter did. Unfortunately, he will not be able to do that, but that is going to be through the uprights and good. The punter is the placeholder as well. I repeat, the punter is also the placeholder, which is typical and is normal and is standard, but is another great thing that this punter can do. So, at halftime, Ravens 14, Raiders 10, and it's been an interesting one. At times, the Ravens have looked very efficient, unstoppable, very high quality offensively. And at times, they've looked sluggish, they've looked incoherent, they've looked out of place. Then you have the Raiders offensively, other than their last two drives, and the first drive kind of looked terrible. Couldn't complete a pass, couldn't move the ball anywhere. The last two drives, the Raiders have looked very solid, very impressive, very good things going into halftime, and it's 14-10 right now, and it honestly, I was worried for the Raiders because the Ravens had the ball with 4 minutes left to go. They couldn't get the first down on the fourth down attempt, and now the Raiders are only down by 4 instead of potentially being down by 14. That's a huge swing. It's literally a 10-point swing. Literally a 10-point swing. Literally, the Ravens didn't score a touchdown. Literally, the Ravens didn't score a touchdown. They got the halftime show going on right now. It's just so frustrating to look at. Literally, the Ravens didn't score a touchdown. And the Raiders got a field goal. Right, that's literally a 10-point swing. But we're going to take a break. Not from, like, the stream, but from watching the game. Because, as you can tell, it is at halftime right now. And that's okay. And what we are going to do today is play a little game that the greats call Solitaire. And so I'm going to be playing Solitaire live on stream. Let me know what the right plays are to make. I am just kidding because I am the GOAT at Solitaire. So this king is obviously coming over here. This 3 is obviously going over there. There's so much like clubs and kings. 8 of spades, I can't do anything with that. 4, I can't do anything with that. I want to do something with that, but can't. Okay, this is going really good so far. Boom! Baby. We take this to empty out a space. That is unfortunate. I would undo, but Mama didn't raise no undoer. I was going to say something else, but that's okay. I did not say what I was going to say. Put the 6 there. 7. 7 there. 9 goes here. Bro, I guess I need those 8s that I was saying I didn't need. Jack. Jack! Let me get that jack. Jack goes there. Another open space. Hater said that wasn't a good move, but that was actually an amazing move. 3 stays right there. 8 goes down here. 7 goes here. I have 2 open spaces now. 4 goes down here. I'm actually crushing this game. 8 is still right there. 4. This is going to be like the preview, and no one's going to know why I have the title that I have, and it's going to have a bunch of dislikes on it. But the real fans will know. The real ones will know. 8. 4. Oh my gosh. 4. 7. Bro! I gotta focus. I have to think outwardly. I'm too busy thinking inwardly. I need to think outwardly. I don't think I'm getting this. Yeah, we're gonna have to restart. I honestly think that I honestly think that online solitaire games purposefully mess you up, but that's just a conspiracy theory. I can't prove that. I probably could prove that if I did enough research, but that's a lot of research to prove that, especially because it might not be true. So that's you know, you don't want to do research on a topic and find out it's not true. That's how evolution was started. This king goes there. King. Oh no. 8. Another king. I don't know where the 9 could possibly go. 6. I like that 6. I feel like I'm gonna use that 6 later, but I'm not sure. See, there's another 6, but I don't need that 6. Ace. Ooh. Someone call the shepherd because I am the goat. I don't know what that means. I don't think that's a phrase that I just said, but it could be. It would be a solid phrase. I'm not gonna lie. 9, 6, 10, 7. Okay, that's all I got. Okay, cool. King. 9, 6. I told you I was gonna use this 6, and there I am using the 6. Oh, scrumptious. Let me move this over here. We got an empty space now for. Oh. Also in the right-hand corner, right here, I'm going to be doing a live stream reaction of this as well. Alexander Volkanovski versus Brian Ortega. UFC 265 is going to be just like this. I'm hype. Be there, or you already know you're going to be square. You know you're square if you're not there. You just know that that's how that's supposed to be. King. 7. I needed that 7, but I double clicked for absolutely no reason. Gosh. Goodness gracious me. 10. Luckily that's the only play I have. And I lost the 7. Oh, crap. Okay, now it's time to think outwardly again because I messed up. That's okay. So 9. Nope. 6. Nope. 10. Jack. Nope. 6 again. Nope. Wow, I messed up. That's the thing though. It's a game of inches. People don't realize solitaire is a game of inches. I keep watching my own stream, so it keeps popping back up in the background. But that's okay because I enjoy my stuff the most, I would say. Bro, I don't understand for the... Okay, I'm going to have a minor rant for a second. I don't understand how Dan Orvalowski is allowed to talk about football. Here's why. Here's what I mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I know that sounds like I'm trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. Like, 1, he doesn't sound like he understands the game. Like, everything I've ever heard Dan Orvalowski say about... This is timed. It is timed. Gosh dang it. Everything I've ever heard Dan Orvalowski say about football has sounded wrong. Everything. I cannot think of a time where I was watching Dan Orvalowski talk, and it has been a good amount of times, because he is everywhere on ESPN. And I went, that was a really smart thing that Dan Orvalowski just said. The only reason... Here's number 2. The only reason he has a job at ESPN is because he played in the NFL. But he was trash. He was trash. So, if you were bad at the NFL and you're a bad analyst, why are you an analyst? That was just... Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Alright, so this 2 is going to come here. This jack goes here. 2, 8. Queen. 10, nope. 8. Oh my gosh. 4. No. Jack. Jack again. 3. King. Oh, bet. Watch, you're balling. 8. Queen. It's just like, it's really hard for me as someone who's spent $50,000 to get a degree in broadcasting from Grand Valley State University to watch someone who clearly is underqualified to be on the most watched sport. Because even though ESPN's horrendous, it is still the most watched sports network in the world. Even though it's terrible. So, it's just hard for me. 8. I accidentally clicked on the 8. I did not mean to click on the 8 there. And the 7. Oh, wait. Jack. Oh, bro, I swear if I have to restart again. This 3 can go somewhere. I can feel it. 6. 6 goes here. Well, the 5 can go there. King can go here. And then this 9 is an issue that I will solve momentarily. 9. I cannot allow myself to come back from halftime not winning a game of solitaire. I need that flippin' 2. No. No. 7. Oh, the 7 can go right there. It's the second game in a row where I had a clear play for a 7. 4. 3. 7. 6 goes here. Queen goes here. 6 goes there. 3 goes there. We have the 2 of hearts. 2 of hearts. Can't put it in. Ace. That's really good. The ace of spades was really good there. Bro, the ace of spades was so clutch just now. Wow, was that ace of spades. And then that king just had to ruin the fun for everyone. Where's this 3? Put the 3 there. 10. 9. Jack. Nope. There's the 2. I can put the 4 here though. 10. 9. Jack. Queen. I needed that queen. I'm doing that a lot. It's the little things. It's the little things. I don't need that jack. That queen better be first. Bet! Didn't do anything. 6. I can't put the 6 anywhere. 8. 7. Jack or jack. That actually might help a lot. That could be a huge swing in momentum for your boy. Put the 3 there. Put the 4 there. Put the 5 there. We're still at this 6 and 2 thing. I need the hearts. I need the ace of hearts. Put the 10 here. Oh, here we go. Put the 9 there. I'm just so flabbergasted that I got the 4 of hearts just now. And I don't have anywhere to put it. Okay, here. Put this here. This here. Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm the GOAT! Oh my goodness gracious. GOAT status. 7. And 9 can't go anywhere. They're out of halftime. I should probably get back to talking about the game. But this is severe what we have going on right now. And I think it would be a disservice to everyone, but especially myself, if I didn't finish. Where is the 6 of diamonds? If I didn't finish this game of solitaire. I can't find the 2 of clubs either. Six of diamonds. I can't find the 6 of diamonds. That's right there. This 6 of diamonds has been sitting here the entire game. And the game is back. The music is hitting though. That's disappointing. How do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? Get me out of this. Someone get me out of this. Bro, what in the world? Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego? I really did want to continue playing that game. Let me get this. Good. Good. This is exactly what we want. Lamar Jackson to throw. Throws it right to... I think it's a tight end. New tight end number 89. That was definitely a first down, though. We jump back in. Vamonos. And we're back. Very disappointing run of solitaire. But what's important is that I'm still wearing this tie. And that's really all that matters. That's a lesson for the kids right there. Even if you don't win at solitaire, still rock your tie. Lamar Jackson back to throw. He's looking left. He's going deep on down the sideline. That is nowhere near anything that could catch that. That was true. It was a little near the Raiders defender. Like I said, I kind of get, like, watching this game, I kind of get why people hate on Lamar Jackson. Like, no offense to my guy, Lamar, but he just can't throw very well. Oh, right as I say that. That was a beautiful throw. Oh, it was a little overthrown. It was a little overthrown, but that was actually a really good throw. And he has moments like that where it's like, God, this guy could be one of the greatest. There was a flag, though, on the play. They could call pass interference. Let's see what they got going on here. Illegal touching to the back. Defense. Number 27. It is number 2. I'm literally lip reading. Oh, my goodness gracious. First solitaire, now I'm the go at this, too. I swear to goodness, bro. I swear to goodness. Is that William Jones? What is that guy's name? What is it? What is that guy's name? Like, for the record, when you watch a game, they have like a sheet. I know you probably knew that. But they have like a sheet, or they have like a computer, or they have like a person whose job is it to be like, number 27 is Mullen. Like, no, the commentators do not know every single person on every single team. You would have to be on crack. You would have to be on something to know every single person on every single team. I don't know what part of the playlist this is, but it is smacking right now. By the way, the Ravens had a run just now for 4 yards. I think this is the evolution of commentary, what I'm doing right now. I think I'm really onto something. Just like kind of talking about the game. Like, they do that already anyway, but they do it in like a weird way. Because like one guy is trying to talk about something. Like, there's so many times if you're listening to commentary where the two commentators are talking about two completely different things. Oh, that's just a drop ball. Sammy Watkins is better. I mean, okay, yes, was it overthrown? Yes, but Lamar Jackson is not perfect, and you got to understand that. Sammy Watkins should have known that, like, coming to this team was not going to be... It's funny, because he used to play with Patrick Mahomes. And it's like... like Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is better left-handed than Lamar Jackson is right-handed. And it's unfortunate. But it's 3rd and 6 now. 4 out. Running back stayed in. Lamar Jackson got tipped. He got hit as he threw the ball. And that is going to force them to punt. Unfortunately for the Ravens, their punter is nowhere near as good as the Raiders' punter. So, unfortunately, we're in a situation where we're not going to see that great of a punt. And because he's had some good punts. I gotta do the second half tweet. I was really busy. That was actually a really good punt. Oh, wait. Maybe. Oh, what? Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal punt. Wow. I gotta send the second half tweet so everybody at home knows it's going down for real. So the Ravens punted the ball. Now, the Raiders have a chance, and this is what I was talking about before the half. The Raiders have a chance to take the lead now. Right, so the Ravens, God, I've been doing that the whole night. I think that's like the 5th or 6th time I've said Raiders or Ravens when I met the other team. I did not think about this when I was gonna commentate this game, that their names are just so obnoxiously close to each other that I'm gonna keep accidentally saying the wrong team's name. Because this probably doesn't happen when you see the Colts play the Broncos. They're two completely different names. But anyway, the Raiders are in a situation now where they can definitely, I mean, they're in their 5-yard line, but they can take a lead here. Right, because they were looking really good going into halftime. Not just defensively, but offensively, it looked like Derek Carr was starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm, and Josh Jacobs was starting to find a couple more holes. You know, Ravens defense wasn't working as hard, and it was starting to look like this Raiders offense was figuring it out. That's what it looked like going into halftime, and that's why I said if they were able to get a big stop to come out of halftime, because the Ravens were going to get the ball first, the Raiders could be in a position to where they could take the lead. And here they are right now, taking the field on their own 7. Goodness gracious. It was a beautiful punt. It really was. Like, was it an AJ Cole punt? Obviously not. Right, but it was still a very good punt. Nonetheless, it was probably better. Carr's under center in the I formation. Give it to Jacobs. Jacobs cuts back. Gets a yard. He gets 3 feet. Gets 36 inches. I don't know. What's smaller than an inch? Is there something smaller than an inch? I have no idea. I think a yard is like... Okay, that was fun. So they went I formation, but they actually sent the 2 guys out to the right side, and now it's an empty gun set. And Carr just hits. He dropped it. There have been. And that was Waller again. John Gruden's put on some weight. He's a little fatter, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, there have been at least 5 drops. 5 or 6 drops. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if they can adjust to that. Carr to throw, Carr to Waller again, but this time Waller caught it. There's a flag on the play, though. That was beautiful commentating. I swear. This time Waller caught it. God, such a joke. Alright, so here we go. We're back. Gruden seems upset, so it's probably on the Raiders. Which sucks, because that was one of their best plays in the entire game, actually. Pass interference. Offense. Really? Number 89. So was it away from the ball? Or was it relevant? I hate pass interference penalties that are not relevant to the play. Oh, yeah, that was super relevant. That was super relevant to the play. Because Waller was cutting underneath him, and he pushed his guy back. He pushed the guy defending him, and the defender could have easily broke on the ball and gotten a stop, or potentially stopped Waller from catching it, but he couldn't because he just got pushed. Yeah, and there was no need to push him there because he was out of position regardless. But the push definitely helped thwart the defense. The Ravens look like they're about to blitz. And there's another flag on the play. Delay? No way they got a delay a game penalty. No way they got a delay a game penalty. No way they got a delay a game penalty. The John Gruden coach team. He's making like $40 million a year. And his team's getting delay a game penalties. Third and 14 because it was half the distance to the goal because they're so close to the goal line. They just handed off to Josh Jacobs, who gets a yard. So it was Josh Jacobs. So instead of a 15-yard first down reception from Waller, they had a penalty that brought them backwards, and then another penalty that brought them even further backwards, and a poor run. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. AJ Cole is back. He is on the field again, folks. We are witnessing the greatest punter in the NFL right now. He's in the back of his own end zone. Most punters would be so flustered by being in the back of the own end zone. AJ Cole punts it all the way to the opponent's 30. And this is a really good return. That was an amazing return, and now the Ravens have fantastic field. That's not on AJ Cole, though. AJ Cole had a phenomenal punt. AJ Cole did his job. He caught the ball, and he punted it. You know what I mean? You can't ask much more from a punter. And he's continued this entire game to have an amazing performance. And I still hold this. He's the best the Gatorades are on the field. 1 second. Is that white? They have white Gatorade bottles? Can we zoom in on the Gatorade bottles? Okay, we're gonna show the ceiling. I can respect a good ceiling shot. And we're back to these guys. Okay, so I am going to get some popcorn. I've been thinking about this the entire time we've been doing this. I was like, I can't just bust out the popcorn brought to you by Skinny Pop. This stream is brought to you by Skinny Pop. That's actually not true. But this popcorn does slap. I will do my best to not talk with my mouth full of food. But at the same time frame, it's going to be hard not to, you know? So, the fact of the matter is, AJ Cole's had a dominant performance. Literally dominant. I think without AJ Cole, this is probably 60-0. I think. Honestly, it could be worse. Like 67-0. But Lamar Jackson is ranked 7th in MVP odds as well. And if you're wondering why I keep randomly throwing out betting things, it's because on MegaCast on ESPN Plus, that's all they're doing. There is another Gatorade bottle, and it is purple, and I don't know why. What I don't understand, one, I need to do more digging, because one, why don't other NFL teams have Gatorade bottles that are the colors of their team's colors? And two, why do the Ravens? Right, because if the Raiders had black Gatorade bottles, white Gatorade bottles, it would make sense. Teams just do that in the NFL. The Raiders had the green Gatorade bottles. Now, is it because the Raiders are, black and white? Could be. Why aren't there black Gatorade bottles? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why aren't there white Gatorade bottles? Also doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why do we pick purple over everything else? They are in... I know this formation. That's really awkward because I didn't end up saying what the formation was because I couldn't think of it. I mean, it was like, it's a pistol with two fullbacks, one on Lamar's right, one on his left, and a running back behind him. But like I said, I don't. I know the name of the formation from Madden, but alas, I don't actually know. but it was. Oh, it's gonna bother me too. It's okay. Plus 1,600 odds on him winning MVP. I already put money on Josh Allen though, so let's get it going. 5 wide set on 2nd and 10. Ball's on the Las Vegas 38. Beautiful play by the Raiders, and Lamar Jackson's taken off, and he makes a great move to get the first down. Absolutely embarrassed. We haven't really seen too many of those big runs from Lamar Jackson. A Raider was talking to Lamar Jackson about something. He probably wanted his autograph. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Broke this man to pieces. Look at this crazy. Oh my god. That was not legal. What we just witnessed was illegal. Alright, I'm back in the strong eye formation out of pistol. Handoff is to Williams. Williams gets a 4-yard run. Maybe 5. 6? I'm sticking with 6. What was it? What did they say? What's the thing say? Okay, I said 6. Lamar Jackson is a very scary run. I'm surprised we haven't seen him run that much. I think he's trying to show that he can throw the ball. Like, that's how much better the Ravens are than the Raiders. Lamar Jackson is just trying to see if he can throw it to beat them. Like, the Ravens are aware that at any point they could just unleash Lamar Jackson on the Raiders, but they're trying to see what they can do without him just running it nonstop. It's brought down in the backfield for a loss. I don't know why they kept that play going. Lost at like 3. Probably 3rd and 7. Ravens are also the favorites to win the AFC North. That's interesting. Probably after the Browns lost. He should just hit the hole harder. Like that's actually a well blocked play. He just didn't hit the hole hard enough. He was hesitating too much. And like in the NFL, defensive ends are pretty fast, so you can't just like hesitate like that. I actually lost a yard. I thought I lost more. So they must have gave him the forward progress because he fell over a little bit. So I thought he was down, but then he like rolled a little bit. It's a 5 wide set, trips to the right, actually quad to the right. He hits the dump off, horrible throw. Absolutely terrible throw. If he hits Williams in the hands, that's a first down. But instead he overthrows it and they have to kick a field goal now. There's no way that you can tell me that this play was on anybody but Lamar Jackson. No, it's a terrible throw. It was a terrible throw. And all he had to do was, he didn't even have to rush it at all. He was wide open. Terrible throw. Like, this is why people think he sucks as a thrower. And through the uprights, it is good. And so, with 8 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the third quarter, is Baltimore 17 and the Las Vegas Raiders big old 10. Make sure you click that like button and that subscribe button to show your support for the channel. We can get the chat going whenever you guys are ready. I don't really care too much, you know. Chat's there to entertain me. I'm here to entertain the chat. Goes back and forth. I respect it. Okay. I feel like the Lions should have blue Gatorade bottles. And like the Chiefs could have like red Gatorade bottles. But I don't think I've ever seen an NFL team do that. Am I wrong? Like, am I wrong in saying that? Like, other NFL teams, is that like a normal thing? Or like the Raiders weird for having the green ones? I don't know. I'm not sure. They keep showing these future odds like it matters. I'm not trying to just bash ESPN this entire time, but ESPN just makes it so easy. You know what I mean? Like, ESPN makes it so easy for me to do that. A part of me wishes I would have finished that game of solitaire. That's going to be a forever regret, I think. Right now, though, the Raiders are super fortunate because the Ravens were kind of moving pretty well. Right, and that's kind of how this whole game has gone for the Raiders defense. They have been very stiff but they haven't, they've bent a lot, but they haven't broken. Right? So the fact of the matter is that
Listen to music with your screen locked.
the fact of the matter is that was a huge stop for the Raiders right there. Even though it only got to 3, because it kept it as a 1-possession game, right? And even though they looked terrible in the last drive, the Raiders offense could still get something going. They have looked really bad. The Raiders offense has looked really bad. The defense has actually looked pretty solid. But I don't know how much of that is the defense or Lamar's throwing ability. But you got to give credit where credit's due. They have done a good job of keeping Lamar Jackson contained. Is that Lil Jon? I think that's Lil Jon. Wonder how much standing room only tickets are to an NFL game. Feels like a scam. Like, just watch it at home for free. Or like pay for cable. Like, cable's kind of a lot. Cable's kind of a lot. I have this on ESPN Plus though. And like, I have it on mute. It's really fun to watch on mute. I'm not gonna lie. Carr's targeted Waller 12 times. He has 26 throws. Half of his throws have gone to Waller. And I just don't know why. Oh, he's going to be their great next tight end. He's trying to get in 4 for 12. He's rolling out to his left. He's running it. He stuck his arm out. Wild. Don't do that again. Just if you're gonna run it, just calmly run it out of bounds. If you're gonna run it, what are they gonna give him? Where he threw his arm out, or are they gonna give him where he ran out? They gave him where he threw his arm out, I think. So it's a gain of 4 yards on the Derek Carr scramble. Now they're in an empty set. Trips to the right. It could be a quad to the right. Yeah, quad to the right. Wild formation if you think about it. But Carr is in the shotgun. Back to throw, plenty of time. Bubble screen. Bubble screen? Then very poorly ran bubble screen if that's a bubble screen. But it could have been. Might have been a design dump off. Nonetheless. Gain of 4. Gain of 4 as well. 3rd and 2 for the Las Vegas Raiders. Marcus Mariota watches from the sideline, and ESPN is showing him right now. I'm not sure why. You don't know why I just randomly started talking about Marcus Mariota. I don't know why they just started randomly showing him. That's why I randomly started talking about him, though. I don't know. 4 receivers set. Is that a tight end? No, it's not tight end. 4 receivers set. Running back in the backfield. Carr set back. Plenty of time. He's going deep downfield. He's got him, and it was overthrown. And we get an opportunity. And there is a flag on the play. Never mind. I don't know about that call, but I don't disagree with that 100%. I didn't. Listen, like I said earlier, I am not the referee in this game. What I think about the penalties does not matter. But that did kind of look like pass interference. I don't know if I would have called it, but it did look like it. And that is a huge call, because I don't think he might have caught that actually without the pass interference. We'll see. We'll see. ESPN is showing the still. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, he's on him the entire way. I don't know, though. I don't know if I would have called it. It was close. It was honestly close. And that was huge because of the way pass interference penalties work. And now the ball's on the 40-yard line. Handoff is to Josh Jacobs. Jacobs gets 9 yards. And there's a flag on the play again. I swear John Gruden is bigger. Holding. Offense. 65. Did you say 65? I can't tell because I can't see his. I can't read lips that well. That sucks. You get this fortunate penalty on the Ravens, and you move up a pretty decent amount. You have an amazing run on first down, and then it all gets erased because you have a hold. And now it is 1st and 20, and you have Derek Carr as your quarterback. And Josh Jacobs looked a little shaken up, by the way, as he left the field, but I don't know how that's going to go. Trips to the right, running back to the Derek Carr's left. Carr stepping up to throw in the pocket, hits the dump off, misses the tackle. Who's number 23? I've been saying that all day. Who's number 23 for the Raiders? It was a great run, too, by the way. Gain of like 13 to 14. Should be 2nd and 7. Obviously, if it was a gain of 14 and 7, 2nd and 6. That's some math. 2nd and 8. Gain of 12. Drake. His last name is Drake. Kenyon? Because I know Kenyon's not on... I know Kenyon's not on the... Kenyon's not on the... Cardinals anymore. Yeah, that is Kenyon Drake. Didn't realize this is where he went. I thought I heard where he went. I didn't think it was the Raiders. Alright. What's Kenyon Drake? Okay, there you go. Oh, Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake's actually a really solid number 2 back. That's really good. Because he can do things like that, too. I didn't realize number 23 for the Raiders was Kenyon Drake this whole time. I was wondering why they kept taking off Josh Jacobs and putting in 23 so much. It's because he's actually a very solid running back. Being a ref in the NFL has to suck. So once again, quads out, trip to the right, man in motion to the left. Looks like the Ravens are in man then. Running back to Carr's left, splits out, comes out, throws it over the middle, hits Waller in stride. Balls to the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens, just outside of the red zone. I said Baltimore Ravens. I just don't understand. The Ravens and Raiders should not be allowed to face each other. The Ravens and Raiders should not be allowed to face each other. Empty set for the Raiders. Carr's in the shotgun. He's changing the play at the line. Four seconds left. Okay, Carr back to throw. Quick slant to Waller. Waller is brought down by number 32, Elliott, for the Baltimore Ravens. Ball on the 21. 2nd and 8. What are we looking at here? We got Dan Orlowski just chilling. We got them talking about something.
Then I learned my mom could be loaded with bacteria, so I got a super wet jet
Was there a timeout?
clean.
Why am I looking at this?
And the pattern starts it deep inside.
Any other company, man. Any other. But I'd rather NBC Sports do Monday Night Football than ESPN. But it's okay. Beggars can't be choosers. 4 wide set. Carr back to throw. Throws it over to the side to number 45, who's brought down quickly by number 54. 54 tackling 45. That's exciting. Like, I know I've talked about nonsense, and I was playing solitaire during halftime, but like, I'm streaming on YouTube. Like, this is the worldwide leader in sports. This is ESPN Plus. I feel like their standards are a little different, right? Like, my standards are different than their standards. And I'm the one wearing a tie. I don't know. Four wide receivers to the right, to the left. One running back to the Carr's right. Carr stepping up to throw. Throws a dump off to number 13. Brought down rapidly. I'm trying to see his number. It's 40-something. 41? 44. 44 for the Baltimore Ravens. It's 4th and 1. It was a good route. Good dump off. Wide open. He didn't know where he was at on the field. You could tell he didn't know where he was at on the field. They're going for it. They're still in shotgun, so they're gonna rely on Carr to get this. Oh, thank goodness. They handed it off to Jacobs. Jacobs broke 1 tackle, 2 tackles, 3 tackles. But the 4th one brought him down. Behind. They might measure. But I'm pretty sure it's behind the first down marker. Unlucky. Like I said, though, on the previous play, Reenbro, or whatever number 13's name is, he didn't know where he was at on the field. Okay, you kind of got to know, and it's hard, but you kind of got to know, like, okay, if I'm running a drag, I shouldn't just run the drag that I run in practice. I should run a little bit deeper of a drag if I'm going, if you're going to be a yard short of the, it's like shooting a long two in the NBA. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to shoot a long two. You want to make sure you're sitting, so if you catch the ball, you get a first down. You don't have to do any running, you just get the first down. And like I said, that's like on some expert level stuff. But they're NFL players. Like, I feel like an NFL player should know that, like, where you're at on the field is crucial. And I feel like that was why now the Raiders had to go for it on 4th down and didn't get it. So now the Ravens take the field again. We didn't even get to see a punt, which is the worst thing about that entire thing. As the Raiders turn it over on downs, and now the Ravens take back over. Now, in this situation for the Ravers, I almost said Ravers. The Raidens, I just did it again. The Raiders and the Ravens cannot play each other again. It's just too detrimental to the commentators. I think, well, at least to me. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. I mean, milking the clock is not a terrible idea here, but it's still just the 3rd quarter. There's still plenty of time. Maybe if it was the 4th quarter, maybe if there was, not as much time left in the 4th quarter, but we're starting to get towards the end of the game. We're milking the clock. Having a long 8 to 10 minute drive wouldn't be terrible. Skinny popcorn. I swear to goodness. Because they're on like their 20-yard line. And they have a very methodical offense. A lot of short passes, a lot of short runs. Lamar Jackson's got the big time play ability at any moment. But the Raiders have done a good job of containing that. And I think the Ravens, you gotta think, they can end the quarter. They can give the ball back to the Raiders with like 12 or like 10 left to go in the 4th. Down 24-10. Right, so read option. Lamar's actually going to keep it this time. Breaks one tackle. Breaks no, didn't break another tackle, but broke a couple of guys' ankles as he's on the 28-yard line, 27-yard line. I would like to see him keep it more. I don't know why he's been handing it off. I thought they've just been designed runs, but he's been handing it off almost the entire night. That was his first keep. And I would not be surprised if we did not see a throw this entire drive. Pistol formation. 2 tight ends set to the right. Williams behind Lamar Jackson. He turns, fakes the handoff. I lied right to your face. I said there was going to be no throws, and there was a throw. Williams, just stay in bounds. Just stay in bounds. Just stay in bounds. Good run. And he lost it. Fell out of bounds, and that's actually going to stop the clock. That is not going to stop the clock. But it should stop the clock because the ref moved his hands. There we go. The clock stopped. But then it started going again. Okay. Fine with me. So this is exactly, though, what the Ravens want to do. Like, the Ravens need to milk this drive. 8-10 minute drive. Something like that. Give the Raiders the ball back with not as much time, down 2 scores. That you can put the game away almost right here. Lamar Jackson in the gun. Trips to the right, running back to his left. Read option, give to number 39 for the Ravens, who has a burst of speed to the 45-yard line. However, there is a flag on the play. Let's see what we got going on here. I just dropped some popcorn, and I'm very upset about it. I lost it forever. Holding offense. Number 75. I'm going to guess 75. 85. It was 85. I saw 5. I didn't see that. The 8. 8 is kind of a hard word to see, I feel like, when you're reading lips. Lamar back to throw. Ja. Lamar throwing the football is so hard to watch. It's like watching someone cook like a very intricate meal for the first time. Like they look confused, they look lost, and they look like they need adult supervision. That was an amazing catch by Marquise Brown. That was an amazing catch by Marquise Brown. For a 4-yard gain. Absolutely insane. Lamar back to throw. He's thinking about the bomb. He is sacked. So that's unfortunate. Maybe both these defenses are really good. Not both these offenses aren't very good. Because there's sometimes 17-10 is just like defenses bending and not breaking. This 17-10 has been a hard to watch 17-10. Because it really has not felt like good defense as much as it's felt like bad offense. Like the Raiders and Ravens defense have had their moments. But they really haven't looked that impressive. That's the end of the third quarter, folks. 17-10. Let me refresh this puppy. Okay, it's refreshed. It's just not my screen back. 17-10 in favor of the Ravens as they set to punt it back to the Raiders. Raiders have the opportunity to tie the game to open the fourth. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to throw this popcorn away. I just remembered I have ABC. I have an antenna and I can watch ABC, so I could have been watching ABC, but I'd assume that ABC would be just as annoying as whatever this Gamecast thing is on ESPN Plus. It's kind of been really bad. It's been kind of hard to watch, but I have it muted too. That's what's crazy. Big thing for the Raiders offense. They need to run less big time plays. Less plays with options to throw deep. Derek Carr has struggled at throwing the deep ball the entire night. It's not going to work. It's not the move. Literally just dump offs here and there. He's shown that he can make proper reads. The problem is when he throws deep, the accuracy isn't as strong. The coverage is pretty solid. They need to start nickel and diming their ways to the end zone because right now, terrible punt. Right now, they've been struggling as he's just going to take it for absolutely no gain whatsoever. But he almost got tackled immediately, too. nonetheless, Derek Carr and them that their Las Vegas Raiders take the field now. As I ponder where the location of my phone is, and we have found it. This is just my way of keeping in touch with the chat, the poppin' chat that we have going on tonight. Oh yeah. So Derek Carr and the Raiders take the field. Chance to tie up the game here. Literally 10 seconds into the fourth quarter. Got the entire fourth quarter to work with here if you're the Raiders. You would like to see kind of somewhat of a quick score, put their pressure on the Ravens. So you got plenty of time to come back and take the lead. Huge. There it is again. That was probably a pass interference. But that's what I'm talking about. That's another situation where they should have. They threw it too deep. Like there was a deep crossing route for like 15 yards. It just didn't work. He overthrew him. If he hits him in stride, that's an easy first down. But Derek Carr clearly does not have that capability, right? Which is fine. Some people don't have accurate throwing arms, and that's okay. Flag on the play. False start on the Raiders. I almost said the Ravens. I'm getting better, so that's good. I don't know why they've just abandoned the run. They've had like maybe 8 or 9 run plays, and like maybe half of them have been good. That's not like half of them not being good is not like they're in a 5 wide set right now. I get it's 2nd and 15, but he just overthrew a wide open receiver on a crossing route. Like, what are exactly you're doing? Blitz coming in, easily gets through and sacks Derek Carr. I am sold, by the way, that Derek Carr is not a good quarterback after tonight's performance. But we'll see. It's not over yet. Maybe he does something crazy. And this was just kind of a missed assignment. Kind of just a good blitz, to be honest. Honestly, it was just a good blitz. Didn't read it. Came in super fast. Carr should have thrown it away, but he didn't because it's bad. And now it's 3rd and 28. Like, this was the drive that they were supposed to march down the field, and this was the drive they were supposed to march. They almost got it. That's why I stopped talking. There was a drive. This was supposed to be the drive where they marched down the field, and they tie the game back up. But instead, now Mina Kimes is standing up for some reason. Why are they standing and watching the game? I just don't understand. Anyway, now instead we get to see the greatest punter in the NFL, commonly referred to as AJ Cole because that is his name, return to the field. Which, you know, for us isn't a negative, right? Because he's such an amazing punter. But, bro, I swear, it's another punt inside the 20. Another punt inside the 20. He is the best Raider. I'm tweeting that again. See, even Twitter just did that. I went to click on the Twitter handle for the Raiders. It switched to the Ravens. It's funny Monday Night Football is not trending. First one of the year you would think it'd be trending, but I don't know. They got Ray Lewis on the Manning and Manning podcast. I don't know what is going on with the two Mannings. It could be really good. It honestly could be really good. I don't know. Did we just miss this play? Because they were showing Dan Orlovsky? What are we doing here? Marquise Brown with a good curl route caught from, like I said, like the Ravens offense has looked a lot better than the Raiders defense, but they've also looked bad. Lamar Jackson on the keep, cuts inside, gains about 5. Like the Ravens have had multiple drives where they've been able to push it down the field, but the Raiders defense has come up with a couple of good stops, and Lamar Jackson had a couple of bad throws, and that's what's kind of been stalling out the Ravens offense tonight. The Raiders offense has looked horrendous. Last drive for the Raiders offense, Derek Carr overthrew a relatively open receiver on a crossing route. There was a false start. Derek Carr got sacked. And there was a dump-off pass that was like a 20-yard gain. And Lamar Jackson to throw. Lamar Jackson just going to run it. He fumbled it. He lost the ball. I don't know. I like watching this game. It makes sense why Lamar Jackson struggles in the playoffs. John, one of the Harbaugh, is it John? Yeah, that one's John. John Harbaugh says he was down. They're gonna review it. Let's see. Nope. Because he didn't have the ball tucked in. He didn't. I don't know how he's even holding the ball. That's like how you hold the ball in like schoolyard. When you're like 5, excuse me. Or 15. I held the ball like that when I was 15. Like he was holding it with his hands. Like not in his arm. Like this is why. Like they should not. The way the Raiders offense has been, this should not be as close as it is. But it is because Lamar Jackson kind of hasn't played super well. Another pass to Waller. Gosh. Absolutely yeeted to the ground, but that's okay. Should be like a 2nd and 6. That's what the Raiders need too. The Raiders need designed pass plays that are supposed to net 4 to 5 yards. Derek Carr is good at throwing that. He's good at managing. He's not good at the deep ball. He's struggled that mightily as they're in the strong I formation. Double tight end set. No, one tight end? No, there's 2 tight ends. They're throwing, just throws to Jacobs. Oh, covered Josh Jacobs. And he hits 13 in stride for another 4-yard gain. It should be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. So 10 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. Raiders, because of the Lamar Jackson fumble, are in a great spot. Right, that really brought the Raiders back into the game. Ravens are shuffling everybody in the box, which I would too. As the Raiders hand it off to Josh Jacobs, tries to bounce off to the offside, is successful. He's able to get the first down. And now to be 1st and 10 on the Ravens 30-yard line. It's a beautiful run by Josh Jacobs. Because he cut out to try to break it, got tackled, but fell down forward. You gotta always fall forward, you know, in the NFL or in football in general. That way you can get as many yards as possible. Flag on the play. Bro, this has been the entire night. Why are we showing the group with... What was the penalty? Okay, so there was a flag on the play of some sort, and I do not know what it was because ESPN cut away, and they went to the crew, the Dan Orlowski, Mina Kimes crew, and listened to them talk instead of figuring out what the penalty was. I think it was a false start. It was before the snap. And there's only like 7 or so penalties that are before the snap. Then my cat has entered the camera. That's okay. rock and roll. We're just going to scooch the cat a little bit there. Nothing wrong with that either. I was hoping, I think the Ravens called a timeout instead of there being a flag. I think is what happened. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what ended up happening. Oh, easy now. Easy, killer. I'm still trying to fully understand because there was a flag on the play, but then the Ravens called the timeout. I don't know. It just seems like every single time the Raiders get something going, there's a penalty or a drop pass or a fumble, or it's just every single time. This is a really long timeout. I don't know what they could possibly be talking about. Drinking all their purple Gatorades. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a clear bottle and it's a purple Gatorade. That's not the case. But it could be. But yeah, definitely the Raiders need to keep doing they need to limit the penalties. They honestly, that's been a huge killer. They've had a lot of crucially bad penalties that have led to fourth downs, that have stunted drives. There's been a lot of times and situations where the Raiders randomly have a terrible penalty that completely stunts what they've been doing. Carr back to throw. Sets up. Plenty of time to throw. Hits Drake in stride. Drake gets into the red zone of the Baltimore Ravens. Down to the 15-yard line. So with 10 minutes left to go, Raiders are knocking on the door. And that's what's been working all night for the Raiders. And they're finally starting to figure it out, which is good. Because it's better to figure this out now than after the game. That these short, intermediate passes are what's working. Derek Carr does not have that ability to throw the deep ball accurately enough. Clearly, at least tonight. Right, at least tonight. As he trips right to the set. Drake put in motion. Give it to Josh Jacobs. Jacobs finds a hole. Running past the 5, past the front and into the end zone. Touchdown. Las Vegas Raiders. Barring anything wild, which, AJ Cole is the placeholder, so we can assume that there would be nothing crazy that'll happen because he's the best punter in the game. Tie game. Right, and if you think about this game for a second, as I sit up, right, momentarily move the screen. If you think about this game for a second, this was kind of like lost. It was 14-0 in the favor of the Ravens. Ravens had the ball, couldn't do anything with it. Excuse me. Raiders get the balls back. Raiders get the ball back. And the extra point is good. Raiders get the ball back. They get their first touchdown of the entire game. First good offensive set of the entire game. Offensive drive of the entire game. It's 14-7. Ravens get the ball back. Chance to score, and they get the ball back at the start of the second half. Chance to score there. Ravens are unable to score. Raiders turn around, get 3 points. 10-14 going into halftime. Ravens, their first drive of the first half, only get 3 points. Only a touchdown game. The Raiders move relatively far. Don't do super well. Ravens have a good punt return. Ravens are driving. Don't finish off the drive successfully. Raiders get the ball back. I think, was that when they went for it? No, there was a punt. They punted there. Raiders get the ball back. Don't move the ball very far at all. In fact, they have a horrible drive. And the Ravens get the ball back. Don't do anything with it. Punt the ball away again. Raiders get the ball back. March down the field. And they're unsuccessful again to 4th and 1. They're not able to get the 4th and 1. Ball goes back to the Ravens. Ravens have 2 very solid plays to get 2 first downs. Lamar Jackson fumbles the football. The Raiders end up with the ball. And they effortlessly walk into the end zone. We see the issues that the Ravens have. It's Lamar Jackson. We're seeing what the issues the Raiders have is Derek Carr. If Lamar Jackson was more accurate throwing the ball, not even just the deep ball, but just in general. And if he was a little more careful when he was running the football and he doesn't fumble there, this could be legitimately this could be a 24-0 game. But the fact of the matter is that Lamar Jackson's inability to make easily convert a throw, easily make a convertible throw, and Lamar Jackson's fumble is what's kept the Raiders in the game. Because the Raiders have looked horrible on offense. They didn't even look that great there. ESPN has no idea what they are doing with this megacast. They have no idea what they are doing. I am convinced that they are lost. At the end of the day, it's 17-17, and it doesn't feel like a game that's a tie. It feels like a game that the Ravens should be dominating. Because I feel like the Ravens have been absolutely dominant this game. Let me check my fantasy team real quick. I guess I could just check it on ESPN because I'm on ESPN. Oh yeah, he's got Lamar Jackson. So that fumble really hurt my opponent. I'm up by 10. I feel like Lamar Jackson still has a chance to score 10 points. I don't know how the scoring works in this league, though. It's wild. It's wild. There's 2 quarterback league. Wild. Lamar Jackson gives it to Williams. Williams with a decent run. Stuff for about 4 yards. And that's fine, too, though. That's the thing. Like, the Ravens still have, obviously, a chance. Like, they just showed the money line odds. The Ravens are still the favorites to win this game. They have a chance. 9-minute drive. March it all the way down. Give the Raiders the ball back with less than 2 minutes to go. And, either, 3-point lead. Ideally, it's a touchdown. It's a 24-17 game. Right? And if they're not able to convert here, this could easily spell, I don't want to say disaster, but this could definitely become a problem if the Ravens aren't able to do anything, or aren't able to score on this drive. Lamar Jackson hits number 42 in stride, was absolutely chop blocked. And so, but he's a big dude, though, so he probably can handle that pretty well. Fat guy. I haven't seen him in the entire game. Hits him in stride, though. Very good throw. Lamar Jackson honestly has looked more impressive throwing the ball. Like, all of the trash I've talked about Lamar Jackson, he actually looked more impressive than Derek Carr. Derek Carr does not look good at all. Right? Like, the reason they just scored was because they have Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake, and they were on the 30. They got the ball. They started their drive at the 34-yard line of the Ravens. Like, nonetheless, give us to 5. Marquise Brown coming around the screen. Good move. As he gets the first down, falls to about the 41-yard line of Baltimore. And this is the kind of drive Baltimore needs. Keep the clock moving. Keep the drive moving. Started with 9 minutes left. Now there's 7 minutes and 30 seconds left. Let the clock run down a little bit. Don't call it, as soon as you can get the chance to. Wait for the clock to get to, 5 seconds. The play clock to get to 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Play a smart game. Work smart, not harder. And that's how the Ravens are able to finish this game off here. I gotta fix this back because I'm not sitting up anymore. There we go. Give us to Williams. Williams stuffed almost immediately, but started moving forward a little bit. Let's see where the line judge says is where it's at. Yeah, I don't know what it didn't end up saying. That's okay. Now we're under 7 minutes to go in the game, and it's 2nd and 5. This is the exact drive, and the Ravens have a good kicker. Nothing wrong here, right? Like I said, ideally you want a touchdown. Nothing wrong here. Giving the ball back to the Raiders. Here you go, Derek Carr. You have 55 seconds. Good luck. You know what I mean? So, it's Latavius Murray. Is that Latavius Murray? Is number 28 Latavius Murray? Lamar Jackson with the play action. Back to throw. He's going deep down the field. He's got a man in stride. Sammy Watkins. And they're down to the 10. Amazing throw by Lamar Jackson. Best throw by either quarterback of the entire night. And Sammy Watkins showing why he's there. This was a little bit thrown to the left. Still a great catch. And he had just started to gather himself. If he makes a move there, that could have been a touchdown. Very, very solid. I mean, like, okay, let's take a look at the stats right now. The two quarterbacks. 17 for 26, 216 yards, 1 touchdown. 22 for 37, 214 yards. Right? Like, it's not even close. It's not even close. Like Lamar Jackson's thrown the ball substantially better than Derek Carr. But at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson still has not looked very good. Ravens actually call a timeout as it's 1st and goal. So the Raiders, okay. Silver lining for the Raiders, they are going to get the ball back. They are going to get the ball back. That's what I was looking up. I was seeing if that was Latavius Murray. I'm pretty sure Latavius Murray's on the Ravens, though. Not Latavius Murray. Okay, I'm just going to look at the Ravens depth chart. Because I know who I'm trying to think of, but I can't remember exactly the name of who I'm trying to think of. Latavius Murray. No, he is on the Ravens. Okay, it was Latavius Murray because I googled Latavius Murray and showed a picture. They showed a picture of him on the Saints. I was like, okay. I thought he was on the Ravens. I thought we just saw him on the Ravens, but yeah, the silver lining for the Raiders is that they get the ball back, right? And so that's going to be huge. Like, the Ravens picked a really bad time to have their longest play of the entire game. Because this drive goes a lot better if they methodically go down and score and give the Raiders less time. Because now the Raiders are probably going to get the ball back with like 4 to 5 minutes left, and that's it might not seem like a lot, but that's a lot more when in comparison you could have gotten it with 2 to 3 minutes left, and the music stopped again. Goodness gracious me.
Your moods can change like the seasons, and sometimes you need a very specific playlist to match your vibe.
Let me get this too. I forgot I had this way when I switched to solitaire.
Playlist, or a springtime hip hop playlist, or a Latin summer takeover playlist. Yeah, we've already made all of those and more for you. Download the YouTube Music app to find them. The new music streaming app made by YouTube.
So we're doing this again. We're talking to Megacast about interesting stuff. That's definitely interesting. Okay, thank goodness. Alright, let's get the Eliminator Challenge thing off the screen. Let's get it off the screen. Okay, it's going to stay on the screen. That's fine. Keep it on the screen. Jackson gives it to Murray. Murray actually has a break for the end zone, and he's able to walk into the end zone. 23-17. And hey, you get points on the board, you get points on the board. Getting points on the board a little too early is better than not getting points on the board at all. Right? Because now it's 24-17. And Baltimore's in a great spot. And this was just a great cutback. Honestly. This was just a great cutback. And he did the right thing. He just held the ball and ran backwards. Because he gets bumped and he just started running backwards because he knew that's where the end zone was at. But 6 minutes and 4 seconds, even for Derek Carr, is a lot. It's a lot of time. And they go down, they tie the game, could see overtime. Even though the Ravens have a very explosive offense. That has not been very explosive. They had one play that was pretty big. The play to Sammy Watkins was pretty big. Right? But it's gonna get very interesting if these Raiders are unable to. Let me stop that ad. It's going to get very interesting if these Raiders are unable to score here. Because if the Raiders aren't able to score here, now the Ravens, who are an amazing ground game, are able to just literally run the clock out. Right, with only 6 minutes left to go. However, the Raiders take the field now with 6 minutes and 4 seconds left to go. I don't think we're getting rid of these next-gen stats anytime soon. I just need that to go away. I don't think it's going away, but that's okay. Carr back to throw, sets back, looks left, hits Waller again. Definitely been his favorite target by a mile. I think he's targeted him like almost 20 times now his entire. He has 8 receptions. Yeah, I think he has been targeted 8. He has been targeted 20 times. Second and 1 now on the 34 yard line. Sending a man in motion. Give is to Kenyon Drake. Drake bursts through for the first down. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, and that's your first down of the drive. Big thing is, when it comes to drives like this, the hardest first down is usually the first down. Right now they're gaining the momentum. Now they're seeing we can do it. We can get first downs against this team. We can get first downs against this defense, and the defense is getting tired. It's going to be big on bending but not breaking if you're the Baltimore Ravens defense right now. As Carr is in the gun, trips to the left. Running back to his right, as is a tradition. Carr back to throw. He's looking left. He's going to the right sideline. Good catch. Good catch by number 13. I know his name, but I don't know how to say it, so I'm not going to say it. It's like Reenwood or Reenfurf or something like that. It's like a Reenton. It's weird. I saw it. I looked at it. Tried to say it. Can't say it. Not going to say it again. So, 2nd and 3 now. Ball on the 44-yard line of the Las Vegas Raiders. 2 running backs set. Trips to the left. No, just 2 receivers to the left. And a tight end. There's a tight end on the right. Carr back to throw. Hits. No, that's not Waller. I almost said Waller just innately. It was 3rd. Briggs the 3rd? I don't know. Hits number 11. Very impressive. I'm very proud of him. But that's another first down. It's 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. And the Raiders are driving. The Raiders are moving. And this is what I was talking about when I said the Ravens picked such a bad time to have their biggest play of the entire game. Because now the Raiders have so much time to work with. It's Carr's out here in the gun on the Ravens' 47-yard line. Ravens look a little discombobulated, trying to figure out who's covering who. Carr back to throw. Sets back. Horribly thrown football. Yeah, he was under pressure, but I still feel like you could have made a better throw. That was a really poorly thrown football. I don't know. It's kind of how the entire night's gone for the Raiders and Derek Carr. Nonetheless, it's 2nd and 10 now. Trips out to the right. Running back to Carr's left. Carr back to throw. He's looking. He's running. He's chucking it downfield to no one as it goes out of bounds. 3rd and 10. It's definitely 4-down territory. That they definitely need to go for if they're not able to get this. So in an ideal world, you want to at least just get anything on this, because you know it's essentially now it's in 4-down territory. 3rd down's a new 2nd down, right? Whereas, you know, on 2nd down you don't have to get the full 10 yards if it's 2nd and 10 because you have another down. Well, now because there's only 4 minutes left to go and it's 4-down territory, the Raiders are in an opportunity where they have that with 3rd down. So we see Carr go back to throw. He's looking to go for it right now. He's going big time down the field. He's got a man open and he hits him in stride. Huge play as the ball is on the Ravens 10-yard line. Caught by Riggs at 3rd. Beautiful throw by Derek Carr. And he just, Riggs just beat him. He was just the faster guy, and it was a really well-placed ball. Like, that was easily the best throw of the night for Derek Carr. And now it's 1st and goal on the 10-yard line with 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the game. So, what crazy Monday night game. It has not been pretty, other than the punting from A.J. Cole. But it has actually gotten us to a pretty intense moment here where Josh Jacobs is kind of trying to run outside. We see a flag on the play. It's probably a hold. Not sure on who yet, but probably a hold. Holding offense 76. 76. I don't know. It's a guy on the... Oh, Josh Jacobs is shooken up on the sideline. It's right there. Yeah, it was number 72. Not 72. It was number 70 as well is what I meant to say. I think it's Leatherwood. Isn't that Leatherwood? I think it's Leatherwood. It's a crazy last name what he has. Trips to the left, running back also to Derek Carr's left. Carr looking back to throw. Hits Waller, I'm assuming is who that is, in stride. Yep, that's who that was. So it's saying now it's 2nd and 20. Or it was 1st and 20, which means it wasn't 1st and goal. It is 2nd and goal. Okay, I was going to say. So it's 2nd and goal from the 10. My cat has returned. Probably in the screen soon. She's definitely there. She is. Empty gun set for the Raiders on the 10-yard line. Carr looking back to throw. Thinking end zone. Hits Waller in stride, who reaches for the end zone. Touchdown! Las Vegas Raiders. Darren Waller. He's been targeted 40 times this game. And this target led to a 10-yard touchdown reception. And if it ain't broke, I guess don't fix it. It looked broke at times, this Carr to Waller connection. But right there, it did not look broke at all. Yeah, that's definitely a touchdown. And here we go. We have A.J. Cole on for the hold. Beautiful hold. And the ball does go through the upright. And so here we are. Honestly, two like a really solid play to set them up, and now we're in a situation where here we go. Keep responding. I'm gonna keep responding to the tweets here as well. Like I said, follow me on Twitter at capital THE, capital CONNOR, capital PENA, capital S, capital S. For anybody that accidentally bumped into the stream, clicked on this video on YouTube, thank you so much for watching and supporting this channel. Make sure you click that like button and that subscribe button for more, of course. As the Ravens take the field now, we have Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. 3 minutes and 44 seconds is more than enough time, as Lamar Jackson almost lost the football. They're calling for a targeting. Probably because he fell over and he got tackled, but they didn't realize that he couldn't get back up. Lamar Jackson hits a wide open number 42 in stride. 35-yard line is probably enough for a first down. Yep, the ref's telling him to move the chains. How good is he? Wait 1 second. I gotta see where Lamar Jackson's at in fantasy football, because I'm facing Lamar Jackson right now in fantasy football. 166 to 173. It's possible. I don't know, like I said, I don't know how scoring works in this league. I feel like one more touchdown though won't be enough, but I don't know. It depends on how it works. Is there any pistol, strong right formation? Give is to Latavius Murray for some reason. I guess they were just trying to see what they could get. I will say Crosby has been everywhere for the Raiders. Like, yes, at times the Ravens' offenses looked really bad, but the Raiders' defense, as we entered the 2-minute warning, the Raiders' defense has actually looked really impressive. Like, both defenses have looked very impressive at times. It's definitely been a defensive affair, but I think the reason why it's 24-24 right now is because the game has gotten, like, as time has gone on, the offense has just gotten a lot better. Right, so and we're at the 2-minute warning. We're watching an ad for ESPN Plus. But yeah, so the offense has gotten better as time has gone on. So that's been very great, like, to see the both quarterbacks that have struggled a lot during this game. They haven't given up. It hasn't, because there was a lot of moments where it looked like it was going to be a bad game for Derek Carr, or it looked like it was going to be a bad game for Lamar Jackson. And they've been resilient. They've stayed strong, and they've made some good throws. They've made some good quality throws. Like I've said multiple times now, I can tell why the Raiders haven't made the playoffs in the John Gruden era. I can tell why the Ravens have struggled in the playoffs in the Lamar Jackson era. This game's kind of been revealing about it. But at the end of the day, a win is a win and a loss is a loss, and you'll take it however you can get it in this league, especially against a team like the Raiders or the Ravens. These are two playoff caliber teams. I think the Ravens a little bit better than the Raiders, right? Like, if I were to tell you as a Raiders fan you're going to be tied with Baltimore 24-24 with 2 minutes to go in the fourth, you'd be like, well, I don't want to be tied, but it's definitely surprising. Like, I would definitely be a lot more surprised, I would say, that this game is so close. But nonetheless, it is, right? And so 2-minute warning. I think, where are they at? They are on their own 35-yard line. They're trying to march. Keep in mind, 24-24 means they only need a field goal to win. That's usually like the 30-yard line is in field goal range, like 32, 33-yard line, because that's a 50-yard field goal kick. But you'd like it to be a little bit closer, obviously, a gimme field goal or just a touchdown, because if you do settle for a field goal, unless it's a last-second play, then you are going to give the Raiders a chance to do the exact same thing and take it to overtime, or potentially have the game-winning touchdown, right? And they are at home, and it is, in Las Vegas, so there is a huge opportunity for something like that to happen, right? So I'm interested to see what happens here as far as what the Ravens decide to do. This has to be the longest 2-minute warning I have ever seen in my entire life. Here you go. Lamar Jackson triple trip to the left. Lamar Jackson's going to run. He's going to run for the first down. He's definitely going to get it, but what more can he get? It's going to be the question. Is he breaks a couple of tackles, spins free of another tackle, and he ends up falling all the way down to the 36-yard line. The Raiders had done such a good job all game of preventing that. They had done such a good job of stopping him from scrambling out of the pocket and getting a huge first down and even more. And unfortunately, that ended at the worst possible moment at this exact time as the Raiders call timeout with 1 minute and 33 seconds left to go, realizing now that the Ravens, with their purple Gatorade bottles and all, are walking into field goal range now, and it's definitely possible they'll do the smart thing and just go for the points, go for the field goal, go for the easy 27-24 win. And I think that's a push too. I think the spread was +3, which is wild that Vegas got it dead on. I think Vegas likes it when it's a push. Here's your money back. We were right about the score. And they actually put 6 seconds on the clock, which could end up being very relevant, by the way. So it's actually 1 minute and 39 seconds to go as the Ravens come back out in the field. Another first down will definitely put them into field goal range, but they're not really in it just quite yet. As they run another read option, Latavius Murray burrows his way through to the 35-yard line. 1 minute 34 seconds left. The clock is not moving. I would assume that's because someone called a timeout. However, neither team... Okay, there it goes. We finally see the Raiders have called a timeout. I would assume they're going to save that last timeout to ice the kicker. Don't really see the value in using the timeout for anything else. Because, like, okay, there's a theory of, like, okay, if they get a stop here, it's 3rd and 8. And, like, let's say it's an incomplete pass. Well, incomplete pass, the clock, they wouldn't need to call timeout. But, like, let's say it's no gain, right? It's a run and no gain. You call timeout, you save the clock, right? But then they get the first down, and now the kicker just gets to kick it. I would save it, especially if it does end up being a run of no gain. I would save it for 4th down. 4th and 8, 4th and 5 for that field goal kick. As we run another read option, Lamar's going to keep it. He's going to run up to a couple of yards, maybe, to like the 32, 33-yard line. And the Raiders are going to use their final timeout because they don't know what they're doing. And hope and pray they can get a stop here. Like I said, I don't 100% disagree with the theory. I just don't think it's correct. Because if you're the Raiders, why are you calling a timeout there? Because you're assuming you're going to get a stop. They're going to run out a lot of clock. If they make the field goal or if they miss the field goal, you'll have time left. You're probably going to have 58 seconds left, 56 seconds left, right? Or you could bank on the fact that you're going to get a stop. Expect Tucker too, though. I mean, the fact that it's Tucker does kind of disprove. You can't really ice Tucker. Tucker's kind of one of the greatest kickers of all time. I don't know. I would just wanted to save the timeout for the kicker. But there's merit to calling a timeout there as well. As it's 3rd and 4 now with 1 minute and 29 seconds left. Baltimore still has 2 timeouts of their own, so they can do some clock manipulation as well if they're able to get this first down. Lamar Jackson rolling out to the right side. He's just going to try to run. He's not going to get it, though. He's not going to get that. Yeah, that had no chance as soon as he left the pocket. So we are going to see a field goal kick, I'd assume. And depending on where the clock runs down to, there's going to be about 46 seconds. Now, obviously, if Tucker misses this, Justin Tucker misses this, that puts this game in a really weird situation. I'm going... So many ads all the time. 24-24, John Harbaugh's going to call a timeout to avoid a delay of game. 42 seconds left. Usually there's about a 5 to 6 second runoff for a kick. 5 to 6 seconds on the dot, no more, no less. So we're looking at if he makes this, as well as the kickoff return. If there is no return, we're looking at about 35 to 30 seconds left to go 75 yards if you're the Raiders. Whereas if he misses this, they just get the ball immediately. It's a 47-yard field goal attempt for Justin Tucker. It's possible. I don't remember the last time I saw Justin Tucker miss a field goal. Raiders don't have any timeouts to ice the kicker. That's okay. Kicks it up, and it is right down the middle. That is chin music. 37 seconds left to go. Like I said, that 6 second adding time. Adding that 6 seconds is going to be big. I'm telling you it's going to be big. But it is 24-27 now in favor of the Baltimore Ravens as Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders look to hopefully at least tie the game. But in an ideal world, they have a chance to take away. Now they have no timeouts remaining. They have... This is such a just like the vibe that I have watching this stream is the vibe that they have sitting in studio. And it's just like weird. It's like when your like parents come in to try to be like cool with you. It's like, hey, you got some weed? Like, that's just like weird. It's like, mom, go be professional somewhere else. I don't know. I've been thrashing ESPN all night long, and honestly, it's felt amazing. It just feels so good because they're just okay. We're gonna have a minor rant about ESPN during this segue, even though Derek Carr's taking the field right now. They've just mismanaged so many great careers, and they've just completely converted. They've completely diverted to the wrong direction. Like they thought they knew what their audience wanted, and they were just completely dead wrong. And there's better competitors now too. Nonetheless, Derek Carr and there was no return. So they go to the 25-yard line, 37 seconds to go, 75 yards. Hopefully Waller is fast. That's the only guy Carr's targeted the entire time. Carr is in the gun, trips to the left, excuse me. Carr is stepping up. He's looking deep downfield. He hits Edwards in stride. They're looking to spike the ball. 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 20, 22 seconds to go as they spike the ball to stop the clock. It is now 2nd and 10 on the 45-yard line. Kicker is getting set up to kick what could be the game-tying field goal. At any moment, though, a big play turns into the game-winning touchdown. As we see 5 wide for the Las Vegas Raiders. I can't believe I've only done that once tonight. They're on the 45-yard line. Carr stepping up, almost gets his throw, whips it in. Beautiful throw to once again Edwards. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7. 7 seconds to go. Are they doing it? Looks they are bringing on the field goal unit. Now, the Ravens do have 1 timeout left, so they will probably ice the kicker. And this is probably like a 51, 52-yard attempt. I'm going to guess 51. It's on the Baltimore 37. Should be 54, actually. It's kind of far. We could see overtime, though, which would be quite interesting. I guess this feels pretty mute. It would suck to be an NFL kicker. It's 55-yard attempts. They're going to show another ad, and there's nothing I can do about it. They don't call a timeout. He kicks up, and it is good. Right down the pipe. Interesting move by the Ravens to not call a timeout. They have 1 timeout left, and they don't call it. And the Raiders tie the game up, 27 apiece, with 2 seconds left to go. Super perplexing. Super confusing. Like, you have a timeout left. Definitely squib kick this though. Definitely do not do a normal kick here, because if you do a normal kick, it might just go out of bounds and then they get a play from scrimmage. Whereas if you do a squib kick, it ends up in like an offensive lineman's hand. Nope, he just kicks it into the end zone. I mean, like 2 seconds ago, 75 yards is a lot, but like, if I'm the Ravens, I go for that though, because I can see the Ravens just taking a knee and going to overtime, which I'd hate. Right now, the win probability, by the way, which has been in favor of Baltimore, like by like a lot, the entire game. It's been like 85, 86, 80%, 90% in the bottom left-hand corner. It's actually in favor of a loss to Vegas for the first time. They have the momentum. The Ravens were up 14-0. They're 81-0 in the Harbaugh era when they're up 14-0. When they're up by 14. It's been 27-13 since then. They are just gonna take a knee. I mean, I get it. It's a smart play. Just take a knee. It's a little disappointing. Anything can happen in overtime. Amazing Thursday night game as well as an amazing Monday night game. I just don't know why the Ravens didn't. I'm still not over it yet. I really wish I could hear what the coin flip is going to be, but I have it on mute. So, RIP. He did do that in 37 seconds. That was unequivocally the most impressive drive the Raiders had the entire game. And the Raiders are going to receive the ball now. The Raiders are going to receive the ball now. So a touchdown wins it. Field goal, and the Ravens get the chance to score. And the Raiders have all of the momentum in the universe. Excuse me. 10 minutes on the clock. So, and Derek Carr, like, the thing is, Derek Carr is also he's a very streaky quarterback. So if he has a couple of bad throws in a row, he's going to have a few bad throws in a row. But if he has a couple of solid drives in a row, here they come. Here comes Derek Carr. He's feeling himself. They're in Las Vegas. He's ready for this opportunity. He's ready for this moment. And that's the thing about Derek Carr is that when you watch him, you feel like he's got the it factor. But so many of the throws tonight, like the only reason they're in this position is because of Derek Carr. But the only reason this position was so dire and so crazy that they caught up to him was also because of Derek Carr. So, I don't know. I think this is a good show of resilience for the Raiders, because this could have gotten ugly really fast. Like I said, I was talking about how literally it could have been 21-7 going into halftime and then 28-7 the next time the Raiders got the ball. Instead, it ended up being 14-10. Instead, the Raiders clawed and climbed and kicked and screamed their way back. And now they have the ball in overtime on the 25-yard line, and they got all all the momentum in the world. They have all the momentum in the world to win this football game. And Lamar Jackson's got nothing to do but sit on the sideline and watch. I formation for the Raiders. 2 tight ends set, sending one in motion right now. I believe it's Jacobs in the back. Yeah, it's Jacobs at the top of the I. They're actually just going to throw it. Carr is hitting Waller. That's not Waller, it's Edwards. Last 3 targets have been to Edwards. Last 3 targets for Carr have been to Edwards, and every single one has resulted in something very... every single one has resulted in something adequate. We'll call it adequate. I'm checking fantasy as well because I am up by 4. Beautiful week 1 team. Let's regroup. Do it back next week. Josh Jacobs went absolutely nowhere. Actually went backwards. Loss of 2 yards there. 2nd down and 12 for the Las Vegas Raiders. Nine minutes left to go, and I don't really think I need to count because there's only 1 overtime. I don't really need to count down anymore. Yeah, time becomes a little bit weird in overtime because it's just that it's overtime. You know what I mean? If you're on borrowed time, you need to get back. You know, it's low key. Carr to throw. Carr's looking for escaping the pressure. Hits 13 in stride, who did not step out of bounds and is actually still running down the sideline. He's able to get all the way down to the 38 yard line. I thought he stepped out of bounds at I thought like the Raiders 42. And instead he was able to keep his feet in bounds and move it all the way down. I think the Ravens thought he stepped out of bounds as well. Let's see. Ooh, that's the worst possible angle. Why would I see it? Okay, they didn't slow it down. Who is in charge right now of this game for ESPN? Kenyon Drake gets the ball. Kenyon Drake has honestly looked really good. He's looked really good. Running the ball, throwing the ball. I was trying to figure out what number 23 was all the way until I just Googled it in the middle of the 3rd quarter. What? Is this still no copyright? It is. Okay. Let's make it. Shout out to No Copyright Sounds for doing the music of this stream. Make sure you guys click that like button and that subscribe button. Show your support for the channel. Follow me on Twitter at capital THE, capital CONNOR, capital PENA, capital S, capital S. 2nd and 4 now. They called the timeout. Raiders called timeout. Couldn't really get anything situated. Could not get anything going at all there. This is a really bad look for the Baltimore Ravens if they're up by 14 in complete control of the game. At least Dan Orlovsky's sitting again. Oh, he stood back up. Why does I say that? Nick's on her laptop. Her phone is charging. I can see her because the camera's in the back. They got this weird, like, overshot of the whole crew. I don't know. I've been literally thrashing ESPN the entire night, and it's been the best thing in my entire life. Derek Carr back to throw, looking left, going right, rolling out to the right side. He's gonna throw that away. That is a souvenir. So it's 3rd and 4 now. If the Raiders kick a field goal, overtime is so much fun in the NFL. If the Raiders kick a field goal, the Ravens have a chance to respond. If they aren't able to score, I believe that ends the game. But if they score a touchdown, that wins. Now, if the Raiders score a touchdown, the game is over. So we'll see what happens here. 4 wide receivers set, 2 on each side. Running back to Carr is left. He's in the gun. Carr back to throw. Good pickup for the bot, and he's going to chuck it way downfield, and it's caught. He's caught by Waller, and he reaches out. It's caught by Edwards, excuse me. Touchdown. Touchdown, Raiders. best Brian Edwards, 33-yard touchdown reception. Best throw by Derek Carr of the entire night. And the Raiders, who were down by 14 at one point, pull off the upset. According to Megacast, Derek Carr was 0 for 6 on throws of 10 plus yards downfield. Since the first quarter, he was 7 of 11. He found his guy. As soon as he's... Ooh, I don't know. Might not be over yet. Might not be over yet. Actually, might not be over yet. No, I don't. No, it is over. It is over. Okay, because he looked down. But so that's all she wrote. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that this was a huge win for the Las Vegas Raiders and they're definitely a playoff team? Playoff contender. Do you think that this was more on the Ravens, what they didn't do? Excuse me. Let me know in the comments down below. Click that like button to show your support for the channel. Subscribe for even more content. But most importantly of all, have a good day. I did the end. I did the outro. But they're still checking it. They are doing an official review. That's wild because everybody was like celebrating and high-fiving. What a botched set of events. So I don't think it is first and goal. It is first and goal. Because I was so confused. Because okay. Because it looked like it was over, and then it looked like they were just gonna try to sneak it in. That was a horrible play call. That was probably the worst play call they could have done there. Bro, just hand it to Josh Jacobs. What are we doing here? But what? Just hand the ball off to Josh Jacobs. Run the ball to Josh Jacobs. Joshy boy. Have you ever gotten a yard before? Awesome, you're about to get another yard. Like, don't you dare call timeout. Don't you make this game any longer and call timeout for no reason. Just call timeout. Because, like, I thought they were going to review it. But then, like, Lamar had his helmet off with a towel on his head, and they were going to the locker room. And everybody was high-fiving each other, and, like, the media was coming on the field. And then the refs were like, no, there is a review. And I was like, what's going on? I even did the outro, because I thought the game was over. But it's 27-27 right now. The ball's on literally the 1 yard line. The ball is literally the 1 yard line, goal line formation for both teams. Josh Jacobs, I swear if they run another quarterback. There was false start. If the Raiders lose this game, because they, that might be fine. That might be good because now that kind of opens the playbook up. So it's not just like we have to run it in. We have to run it in from the 1. Now you're at the 6. That's like his 14th penalty. That guy's jumped off sides 4 times tonight. Is that Leatherwood guy? Number 70. How many penalties have been on 70 tonight? 14? Dude's got so many penalties. Lamar Jackson just wants a chance to get the ball. Now the ball is on the 5-yard line, but it's still second and goal. They're back in their gun formation. You better watch out for Waller, because Carr has been looking for Waller the entire game. And Waller, he didn't go for it. He had him too. He had him in man coverage. I feel like that's what you're looking for. I feel like that was not what you're looking for. A jump ball with the short slot receiver made absolutely no sense. Raiders fans are devastated. And here's the question too. It's third and goal. If you don't get it, do you kick the field goal? I feel like you have to. It's overtime. You gotta go for the points. Which that would be so devastating for them to have the game won, helmets off. We're heading home, and then we have to kick a field goal. And we gotta get a stop now. Carr to throw. Carr overthrows himself in the air, and it's intercepted. So now they get nothing. What? What just happened? This game was over. This game was done. Bro, look at them on ESPN. Oh, you missed it. That's okay. I was gonna have a video. I was gonna show it. This is my Bitmoji. It ricocheted off the guy's hands. 15th drop, it feels like. There's been so many drops this game. And now they get no points. A second. People at ESPN are freaking out. Mina Kimes is freaking out. This blonde chick is freaking out. He was literally chilling with his feet on the desk earlier. He has been standing the entire game because he's Dan Orlowski. You can see his ears from here. Crazy. Absolutely, look at that. Crazy. We get this right there. Crazy. Lamar Jackson back to throw. He's rolling out to the right side. He just throws it away. Just throws it away. Absolutely bonkers game. Irving Magic Johnson just tweeted, "Wow." And I can't think of anything more accurate to say. Flag on the play. Twitter's going crazy right now. Twitter's going bonkers, but I'm still here with y'all. I'm still here with you guys, rocking it out. There was actually a timeout, and there's no flag on the play. Could this game end in a tie? Let me see something real quick. What are the betting odds that this game ends in a tie? Because that could be something. That's something that they could show on this that they have yet to do. Game props. Oh, this is the Thursday game. Yeah. It's okay. The ball's on the 20-yard line still. 2nd and 10. Lamar Jackson in the gun, back to throw. He's looking, just hits the dump off. Sammy Watkins, 10-yard gain. 30-yard line, 6 minutes left to go. Well, 5 minutes and 55 seconds. This has just been one of the wildest games that I think I've ever seen. I think too, if the Ravens just kick a field goal, they win. Just Twitter's going crazy, and I can't resist when Twitter's going crazy. I just can't even believe we're here. The game was over. I literally did the outro. The game was literally over. But ball's on the 34-yard line, 33-yard line for the Ravens. Lamar back to throw. Hits. Oh, he fumbled it. Oh, no, he dropped it. Dropped it. Incomplete pass. What an absolute crazy game. Yeah, he didn't have possession of that. Close, though. Definitely was close. So it's now 3rd and 7. Ball still on the Ravens' 35-yard line. Ravens' offenses looked really bad. I'm not going to lie, they've looked really bad during this drive. But the Raiders definitely playing inspired defensively. You know, the defense can kind of be the hero after the offense kind of botched that goal line set of formation. Like, and Lamar Jackson is sacked on the play. He fumbles the ball. He fumbled the ball, and the Raiders are saying that they have it. Let's see. Let's see what the refs say. And they're saying the Raiders have the ball. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely the craziest game I have, like, one of the craziest games I've ever seen. He fumbles the ball again. And Lamar Jackson, who had a chance, to be the hero they always wanted to be. If you thought Twitter was going crazy before, give us to Kenyon Drake, who gets 2 yards. I think now if the Raiders kick a field goal, they win. I think the biggest thing with this game, though, is that neither teams really look like they wanted to win. Like, both teams have made ridiculously weird mistakes like that the entire game. This was a bad loss for whoever loses this game. They're just sending the kicking unit out now. So for one last beautiful moment, we get to see AJ Cole on the field, the greatest punter in the league. We get to see him one more time. This is John Harbaugh. Some commentating on as I'm taking a video. There's a flag on the play. So Derek Carr is back on the field. Bro, why did they send the kicking unit out? What in the world are the Raiders doing? This has been kind of hard to watch. Like, even in its best moments, it's been hard to watch. He chucks it way downfield. He's got him! Touchdown! That's it? No more debating? No more reviews? That's the game. That's the game. Ravens sent the house. Raiders called play action. Derek Carr hits number 7, whoever that is, in stride. And the Raiders win the football game. And with that fumble, I believe that puts my team in a position to win. And we did win in fantasy football. 173 to 167. That's the score that really matters. But Let me know what you guys think after that. Do you think Lamar Jackson choked this game away? Do you think that Derek Carr showed great things in this game, and that's why they were able to win this football game in overtime? Let me know in those comments down below. Click that like button if you like the video. Subscribe for even more content, but most importantly of all, by the way, I'm going to be doing this Saturday as well with UFC Fight Night, as well as the Saturday after that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this next Monday, but I'll definitely be doing it for every UFC event from here on out. But let me know what you guys think in those comments down below. Click that like button like I said, but most importantly of all, have a good night.